That's good though. So. Okay, so I believe we're live. So this is great. Um, yeah, so we are the main live stream currently. TSARP's running all of it. So if you're a TSARP viewer or just someone from Kidoyo, the hackathon's starting soon. So currently everyone's on the bleachers. They're going to announce the teams and then everyone's going to walk down to their table. As you can see, there's a live view of the map and the leaderboard right now. So you can see what team's in first. Currently, there's a countdown at the bottom of the screen until the game starts. Once the game starts, we'll remove that so you can have a nice clear view of the tables. If you don't know, this is Steven.
Hi.
Hello. This is Sam.
Hi.
And yeah, so we're gonna be starting soon. If you don't know what TSARP is, we're a podcast that talks about Kidoyo and coding at Hop Hog. So you can search up TSARP on Spotify. But yeah, so is everyone excited for the hackathon?
I think
I am.
this is going to be a fun one because it's really an interesting theme.
Yeah, so there's 9 teams, I believe, which is pretty exciting. We'll be talking about who's on the map and who's in first and sadly who's in last. Hopefully everyone does a very good job, gets all on the map. Let's hope everyone can score a territory by the end of the game. There's some candy down on the tables. Sadly, we don't have any candy, but that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna have some special segments throughout the live stream. There's some stuff we've planned, so I hope you guys enjoy that. All the teams are really wearing their shirts. They're um, representing their teams. But yeah, we'll also have some interviews throughout the show of different coaches. Sadly, no students, because they'll be coding. But after the hackathon, maybe on our TSAR podcast, we could interview some people, students. If you don't know why Sam's in a chip costume, that's because the theme is life on a chip. So he is being all in the spirit of that theme. So this is the third, this is the first MS hackathon ever. So in previous years, it was UE. Now we're in MS. So this is really exciting. We're hosting it here at Hop Hog Middle School. If you don't know, we'll give you a view of all the banners up there on the wall. So yeah, I mean, every team is really giving off their team spirit. All the teams are also on the bleachers over there. They'll slowly move on to the tables in a little bit and they'll start coding.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I can't wait to see what crazy cool projects they create. I hope we can get a few laughs, really a few wows, like wow, they created this in 3 hours. So yeah. So currently it looks like the game will be starting in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I know the registered time
We
was
start late too. We got those guys.
yep.
So it should be starting soon. Right?
Yeah, it should be starting soon. We'll start off I believe with the pledge and then again the teams will be announced. They'll walk down to their tables and they'll start. So that's all exciting. We got Mentor Melora and Mentor Trish here. All the mentors are live from virtual locations, working on judging the challenges that come in. So that's exciting. We got some 7th and 8th grade junior team students from Hop Hog Middle School here, helping out set up. We got a ton of Hop Hog administrators here. They all are working really hard to get everything looking nice. So yeah, it's all exciting. But yeah, there will be times throughout the show we might have to cut to the screen, to the map only and stuff like that. But it's gonna be exciting.
Well, excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a hard competition. All these teams have worked really hard. If you don't know, there's going to be a live CDP unveiling. So the best CDP. There's also going to be best logo, best banner. So all of those have been submitted before today. So about a week ago, everyone submitted their best logo, their best banner. And then yesterday they submitted their best CDP. So the mentors were busy getting that going, judging those. And yeah, I mean, I hope Hop Hog does well today. But I really hope every team does well. I hope every team gets a few territories throughout the game. I hope they work together well. I hope their creativity goes off. Yeah, comment in the comment section if you want us anyone special to interview. But it's going to be exciting. Wow, Sam! If you
Yes,
didn't
sir.
see Sam, just in the comments section typed first. Comical. Also, if there's any issues with the stream, please let us know. Um, but yeah, so it's going to be exciting. Wow. First is the worst, second is the best. What is this? Kindergarten?
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Eagle Watch from the high school here. They're going to be doing some interviews also with coaches. Yeah, so it's all very exciting. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoy the live stream. We got a lot of cool things planned, like I already mentioned. The banners are all up. They're looking very good. You can kind of see, I'll show you again. So these are the banners that are going to be judged all across the screen. Um,
Oh,
so
fix the sliding thing.
you,
The sliding thing, Sam. The sliding thing.
sorry, there we go.
Wow, now it's a perfect view of everyone from Rockland.
Yeah. So yeah, everything's good. If there's any technical difficulties, again, let us know. But we got this great setup. We're on the stage, if you don't know. So we got the camera on the bottom is facing away from us, and the camera on top is us. So you got both directions here. We really wanted to make sure um, that everyone could see. The table with the blue and silver balloons right over there, that's Hop Hog. Every team, I believe every balloon on the team has to do with their team colors. I'm not completely sure about that because there's some um copies, but yeah, but I know that blue and silver are kind of Hop Hog's colors, so that will tell you that that is the Hop Hog table. There are some balloons that have blue, silver, and orange, so that's another table. There's actually two that have that. Anyway, so yeah, so the hackathon's starting. Monster!
Picture before I get this thing started. So we have a combination of a live presence and a virtual presence. So over on the screen, you see Deb. He is actually there with our team of judges.
Oh my gosh, it's death.
Deb. He's there. Okay, so in the past, if you had a problem with the map or any questions of any sort, oh, there's the couldn't say the word. Hold on. Okay, so if you have an issue and you have a question or you have some sort of an issue as you're competing, the process will be you will ask your coach to come over. The coach will assess if the problem is something that they can help you with or that you really do need to talk to one of the judges. If the coach decides that you do indeed need to talk to a judge, coach will find mentor Trish, she's right over here. You will come with the person with the issue, with the coach. Trish will help you connect with the mentor team with Deb, and we'll get that resolved. As always, everybody is going to be on their best behavior. This is a fun event. We're all going to have a great time. I know it's going to be a lot of competition. You're going to see some extra things going on in the room. Up on the left-hand side, we're live streaming the event. To my right over here, I have the student broadcast team, TSARP, who will be live streaming as well. The information for that is on the Code LI wall. It's also in the announcement or notification section, right? On CCEDU. And with that, I would like to introduce Dr. McCarthy, the Assistant Superintendent here from Hauppauge School District.
Thank you and good morning and welcome to Hauppauge. We're really excited to have you all here today. You guys ready to code?
Yeah.
So a couple of housekeeping items for staff that are here. Right across the hall, we have some refreshments for you there. Staff coming out to the left are bathrooms. Students coming out to the right are bathrooms for you. And first, a couple thank yous to a lot of people that made this happen today. There's a lot of moving parts from your school district, our school district, so we really appreciate everyone. In particular, from our tech team, we have Steve, Stuart, George, and Chris have really helped put some extra wax in here to make sure we have sufficient Wi-Fi for you. Our custodial team, led by Brian and Larry. Melora, Trish, thank you. It's a lot of moving parts in the background to make this happen here. From our team here at Hopog, we have Brian Ferrara, Amy Thompson. Our principal, Christine O'Connor. And over here, we have Ms. Doreen Gordon, who really did a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure this happened here today. And also a big thank you to our students here to my right, your left. Stephen, raise your hand, Stephen. Andrew, and Sam. Yeah, Sam. We'll be leading our broadcast today, so thank you for stepping up for us, and we're really excited to hear what's going on today. So remember, it's more about coding, right? It's not just coding. You guys are all here coding today, but you're really building upon future-ready skills. Your communication, creativity, collaboration, being critical, strategic. So there's a lot of skills you guys are working on today. It just happens to be the vehicle that we're using today is coding and the Kidoyo platform. So thank you for everything for that today. And we're really excited to have you guys get going here today. So everyone, just give yourself a round of applause for really being great. Courageous to be here today. It's a lot of, I'm sure we're going to walk around today and look at your screens and have no idea what you're doing, but you guys have a big idea what you're doing. So it's really awesome. You should be really proud of yourselves. So to move things along, I am now going to introduce Mr. Matt Pomora, aka the Dom King, to kick things off. Thank you. He doesn't need a mic.
I do.
No, he does need a mic.
I need a mic and I actually need glasses too. I'm sorry to say. Everybody excited or what? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to announce you. You're going to come down and take your space on the floor. All right? We have some fun today or what? So representing Belmore, the Shore Road School, your Shore Coders, with their coach, Lauren McHale and Lauren Doe. Their captain, Dylan S., with Sean D., Brandon F23, Zachary K23, Ethan L23, DJ P24, Emma S23, and Marcello T23. Come on down. Join that page, JFK Middle School, the Best Page Bar Raisers with their coach, Christopher Attard and Shannon Tedesco. Their captain, Elisa Woj, with Camel King, Bill Nye, the keyboard guy. Father Board, Peace Control at Romungus. Kidoyo, I think there might be a copyright infringement on that one, but we'll let you slide. Alana Chan and Lana King. Come on down.
You might have seen it.
The Village Road Cyber Tigers. Their coach, Chris Kalinga. Mr. Justin Bell. Their captain, Kate Park, with Jock, Corey. Anjani, sorry about that. Chicken, Ryan J, Connor F, and Silly Sam 064624. Come on down. From Manhasset, the Shelter Rock Elementary School, the Shelter Rock Digital Ducks, with their coach, Eno Marilesi, their captain, the new guy, with Jingle Bells, the Penguin Player, Python Lucas Pro, Little Player, EOZ, Fat Human Corner, and Bird Dragon. Welcome to Shelter Rock Elementary, the Digital Ducks. Also from Manhasset, the Muncie Park Elementary School, the Muncie Park Flames, their coach, Deborah Costello, with their captain, Riptide,
with the coach color. Go Yankees. But no shot going. Master Heights 30. Python God 29. And Master Heights 29. Working down the Muncie Flames. All right, from Mattatuck, Punjab, the Punjab East Elementary School, the CE Code Crushers, with their coach, Amy Sorney, with J Bro 21-24, their captain, with the Sumo Painter, Sports God 6, Smith, Rowlett, High Boy 123, Mateo 23, and Child. Come on down, Mattatuck, Punjab. Represent the Ram fam from West Hempstead, George Washington Elementary School, the GW Binary Rams, their coach, Dara Perlo, their captain, programmer, Sharp Siddle, Shadow Hacker, Iron Nero, IDK_Reeling, the Road Cracker, Isla Corson, and Arrow _44, your West Hempstead GW Binary Rams. Come on down. From Minneota, the Minneota Middle School, the Minneota Mustang. Their coaches, Warren Gold, Kelly Santos. Their captain, Bartholomew 6. Hashtag Anonymous Tater Tie. Twinkle Trouble 8426. The Pokemon Monster. Silver Horse 0616. Music Geek 2011. And Puppy Dog. Welcome, Mineola. Guys, this is very little teams here. All right, your whole team from Hop Hog, the Hop Hog Middle School, the Hop with their coach, Ryan Farrar and Amy Thompson. Their captain, the Cody Dog, with Picasso and Fresco, with Little Miss Pickles, Little Eric, Sour Pickle, the Cody Goat, Oyo Bot, Pickles, and the Cody Cow. Your Hop Cody Eagles, come on down. I would ask everyone now to please rise. I'd ask everyone to please rise, face the flag, as we do our Pledge of Allegiance. Led by the Hop Hog students.
I pledge allegiance to the flag and state
The hack is back. All right, we're going to throw it out to Big Ed.
So Dev is speaking right now. I don't think you guys can hear that though.
Tokens and CEOs screens and you saw the run the show. And I appreciate your efforts. Can't wait to see how that turns out. All right, I want to thank the judges that you see over the screen here. It takes a lot of effort to judge these hackathons. We're across over 15,000 challenges having been diving in all hackathons. How many coming just for this event? The judges are going to give you all for appreciate your efforts. You want to give a shame for being with kids who are celebrating the just good. We look at it with the other people.
Hooray.
It's true.
Is about to begin. Dev is gonna override the countdown, and
Camera.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Akil. You're in the video. Good job.
Students are getting in the way of our camera. They're just so excited.
Good point. Everybody remove the map itself. Okay. And you should see the map there.
You can see the countdown at the bottom of the screen. It's gonna manually change over, and the game's gonna begin in a few seconds. There we go. Hackathon started. The teams are rushing into the map. This is exciting. We've removed the countdown timer from below. And yeah, it's really exciting. I can't wait. So Dev was just talking about how it was Mentor Jinx's birthday. Happy birthday to Mentor Jinx. Kind of giving the final words before the countdown. So what you'll see on the screen is the first thing every team has access to are the quizzes. So I can already see all the way down on the floor that teams are starting to log into those quizzes, get going on those quizzes. Um, it's really cool to see all the teams here. Before we go any farther, thank you to Sam, thank you to Steven for joining us today, making this live stream great. So yeah, we might be moving out of camera for a few minutes, you know,
Yeah.
because we got things to do. We want to see who we can interview, you know, get some special guests up here for you guys. So that's going to be exciting. Yeah, so it was funny because I was holding the camera, you know, so you could see all the teams. I couldn't clap, so I was like, "What can I do?" And I tried to, and I was trying to snap. I even tried to, you know, cheer, but then it sounded like a boo because I said "woo," but it sounded like a boo. It just was not going well. But yeah, so at least you guys could see everything going on. I hope that was good. So yeah, so you can see the map again right now. Again, no team. I mean, the game just started. So in a few minutes, you'll see that people will start getting into the game. I'm excited to see the first team through the gate. You know, I forget who it was last time for the Beth page, you know, but there's different milestones throughout these hackathons, right? So getting to through the first gate, getting the first real like challenge, you know, getting to the CPU, you know, and really it all depends on when you hit those, if you hit those, you know, like some teams are going to decide, let's not go to the CPU. Let's just get the territories. Some teams are going to be like, let's only do quizzes, you know? So it's really interesting to see those different strategies go on. I know we were really helping our team prepare. Before the hackathon. Now it's all on them. They really are going to step up and do that. Currently, Eagle Watch, you guys can't see it, or I can move the camera. Eagle Watch is interviewing the 8th grade and 7th grade helpers. So yeah, big thanks to them for helping out. They came down, they helped the teams get ready. Um,
To that, because the mic's in your face.
so yeah, let's see. We're trying to shift here.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
I think that's fine.
I think we can, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
there we go.
Yeah, I'm on top
Yeah.
of the mic.
We were trying to get all this stuff set up quickly this morning. I hope everything turns out good. I hope you can see well. So
Not streaming.
there's imagine that would be bad. That would be a bad one. We'll read your comments, I guess, if you're commenting. And so from what we know, there's another stream going on somewhere here. um, so they're streaming just like the whole thing down here, the teams. I don't know where that's being posted. Maybe I could figure out in a few minutes. Yeah, so I hope you're all excited. It's I almost went to say like how to get the stream, but we're streaming right now. So if you don't have the link and you're watching, that's a little strange. But yeah, so this is exciting. If you didn't know, this is the same room we did the Code Clash in. The Code Clash was a Hop Hog only hackathon, still run by Kidoyo. There was 4 teams, all from Hop Hog Middle School, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That was a very cool event. It looked a lot like this. Of course, this is just different, because it's 9 teams from across the island. So that's really cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited. So far, doesn't look like anyone's taken on a quiz on the map. From what I can see down there, everyone's working hard. Again, we don't have access to the challenges going on. So we can tell you what's going on the map, who has what. You can also see that for yourself. But we don't know who is actually like what took that. Like what challenges are Python, which ones are hacks. We don't know that. And I think we try to keep everyone's challenges private, right? We don't want to be like, here, this is what Sam James from Hop Hog Middle School did so those challenges will stay private, just if you were wondering. But yeah, we got a nice 3-hour event. Let's sit back, enjoy what's going on. It's really exciting. All these kids look really happy. They all are really focused. You can see the teamwork. They're all communicating like, okay, you do this, you do this. The captains are really involved. They're making sure that the teams are working correctly, working together. And again, big thanks to the Hop Hog technology team who got all the Wi-Fi hooked up for this event.
Much thanks.
Yeah, you can see Mr. Ferrara sitting up there on the bleachers. He's really focused. Yeah, so
What he's doing.
I wonder what he's doing. Yeah.
But I mean that actually I wonder.
Yeah.
Right there.
He's-
Point at Sam.
Nope, not here. It looks like I'm being choked. This isn't good. So yeah, so this is exciting. But yeah. Um, so the 7th and 8th graders are down there. They're looking at the map. They're seeing what's going on. So yeah, it's really exciting. If you don't know, we have the stickers for this hackathon.
Yeah,
Sam,
can you
I
show
believe
them?
they're down there somewhere.
Mine was
I'll grab them. They're over here. I'll grab them if anyone's interested.
Time to show the transition.
no.
Transition to Andrew grabbing the stickers.
Here we go. I think this one might actually be Sam's.
It is.
Because it fell on the ground. But
Yay.
here it is. That's the sticker.
Yeah,
It's much different from a traditional sticker.
Yeah,
Oh.
normally the stickers follow like this
Here.
Oyo bot
What are
pattern.
yours?
Oh yeah, I have.
I think you brought yours, right?
Yeah, so I brought mine.
Yeah.
I have a big sticker collection.
I
If-
feel they were today.
Yeah, we all do. We all try to collect them. They're very. One day they'll be very valuable.
Yes.
Yeah. So
let's see.
this is Andrew's water bottle.
Yeah, so also this is a good thing to show. So the team that wins, the table is down there.
Yeah.
You can't see it. Maybe we'll show you a view in a little bit. But you'll win one of these water bottles.
Which are not on sale on the website.
Not on sale. It does not come with these stickers. These I put on.
Yeah.
Some are counterfeits. This one was an Eric sticker that is not officially given out by Kidoyo. That was a custom made. This was a real sticker from the what
Monster
hackathon was?
Island?
I
Yeah,
think that
Monster
was-
Island, correct?
that was
6th grade.
East.
Yeah, UE hackathon, I believe 2021.
Yeah.
And then this was made by Steven,
The one and only.
the steampunk Eric.
Show better.
That's a big one that I know some teams were trying to figure out can we get some. At some point we might give them out. They'll never be for sale, but if you're at an event like this, maybe we'll give them out if we're here. But yeah, so maybe we'll get some of those. Steven again has some extras. He gave some out to Dev and Malora, right?
No.
Oh, not yet.
I
So
think
yeah,
the two left.
some are saved for Dev and Malora. Don't worry, they'll get some.
We got it first.
We
Oh,
got first team through the gate, I believe.
Hop
Yeah,
Hog,
that's Hop Hog.
Nice.
Hop Hog, first one through the gate. That's amazing. That's a quiz. No, that's not a quiz. That's a real territory right there.
That is the first territory taken.
So
nice.
actually, I will check in a little bit. I'm not complete. Yeah, no, I am sure. So the quizzes you can access from the beginning, I believe, but you can also access the territories on the edge.
So I don't know.
So
how
there's a
to-
map doc on CCEDU. If you go to ccedu.oyoclass.com/story, you can find the map doc, which explains all of the stuff going on. You should be able to see on the screen the map and the leaderboard, so you can look at that. So yeah, it's very exciting. the teams are indulging in their candy that are on their tables. Um, yeah. So yeah, we can see all the teams talking. Actually, Mr. Ferrara, our hop hog coach, and Mrs. Santos, the Mineola coach, they're talking up there. So it's cool to see like the coaches come together and talk and like, you know, see what each other are doing.
Yep.
As you can see, Sam's disappeared from the screen. He'll be back in a few minutes. Like I said again, I keep saying this because there will be some times we'll just cut to only the map. And that's mostly because we're either being interviewed by like Eagle Watch or we're getting ready for an interview with somebody. We'll be finding those in a little bit. So it's all exciting. You know, it's funny. I thought Hop Hog would have, you know, like really celebrated when they got their first territory. But they didn't. They're staying professional. They're really trying to work hard, get their stuff done. Um, yeah, it's all exciting. It's really cool having these hackathons in person again. They were virtual for so long, and I'm excited that I got to do like a one virtual and now
One
next
in
year
person.
one in person and next year in person. It's cool
Yeah.
that I could say, oh yeah, I've done both, you know. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. Also again, the divisions are different this year. So this is the MS Hackathon. Last year this would have been called the UE, and there also would have been fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
This year they're different things. This is the MS, and that's only sixth grade. And last year there was the UE, which was fourth and fifth and sixth. This year it's only fourth and fifth. We already had our junior hackathon, which us Hop Hog won. Steven was on the team, I was on the team, Sam was on the team,
Sam's not here.
and our seventh and eighth graders, which we'll give you a view of now. They are over there conversating, figuring out how they can help out the teams, getting some stuff. Um, so yeah, we were the winners for the junior. This is the second hackathon this year. Again, the MS. There's no winner yet. Obviously, the game just started. So far, again, only one territory has been taken. That was Hop Hog. So yeah, that's really exciting. Sam's coming back into frame. You'll see him cross over.
Woohoo! Sam has returned.
Yeah, so if you're somehow a coach listening to this live stream, there's a coach's lounge across the hall over there.
Yeah.
If anyone was wondering. So yeah, it's really cool seeing everyone come together. There was another territory now taken over.
By
Who is that?
No, that was not by Hop Hog. That was
That was-
The
Oh,
GW
that's
Binary
Tina.
Rams.
Yeah, they just took
GW
over.
Binary Rams.
that was
Oh, Hop
Oh,
Hog did
this
take a
is
second.
whoa! A lot just happened. So Hop Hog took a quiz, and then the what was that? The GW.
GW Binary Rams.
Yeah, so the GW Binary Rams just took over another territory, or their first territory, but another territory on the board.
yes.
So two
That-
territories right there. That got a little confusing.
So Hop Hog giving you these 7-3
Yeah.
with the Rams.
and
Yep, so Hop Hog's in the lead,
everyone
7 to
else is
3.
Still working hard.
Yes.
They're working really hard. Again, it's so early in the game. So as you see, we'll get to the halfway point, and there could be someone in first, and they might end up in fifth. You know,
That's
So
what
the
happened
game,
last time,
the
right?
game
Don't
changes.
jinx it.
You don't jinx it. The game changes so much throughout the live stream and the map view. You know, so really pay. I would pay close attention. Also, if you have to come out for a little bit and you come back, we'll keep you updated on what was going on, what you missed. You know. So yes, I'll do the iconic thing. Subscribe to TSARP. Yeah, so again, we're on Spotify. The link isn't in the description, but if
I'll
you go,
put it in the comment section.
we'll put it in the comment section now. So
Wait, 2 more fifth.
oh my god, a lot just
Hop
went
Hog
on.
just defended twice.
Whoa,
Hop Hog
against,
defended twice to some attacks.
CE code crushers. I don't see them.
that is great.
Yeah, CE, I don't know what
CE
that.
Code Crushers. I forget which school that is.
Yeah, I forget what school that is, but the CE Code Crushers attacked 2 Hop Hog territories.
And
Hop Hog defended twice. Hop Hog, so that's a cool thing to see. That's really interesting because there's a term here, and I guess other sections too, in things, but it's called an MVP, a minimal viable projects. So that means that Hopog made two, or I guess one MVP, right? They attacked a territory. It's minimal viable. So it's not that great. It's just something to take over the territory.
It just meets the requirements.
Just meets requirements. But it means they actually made it good enough to where another team came and they couldn't take it over. So yeah, so that's an interesting thing to see that a team made an MVP, but a good MVP. So it's all in your strategy. So it depends on what you're really working on. If you're like, hey, we're gonna go out the gate and we're gonna make really good projects, but we're not gonna make them too advanced, or really good projects not too advanced, right? We're just gonna get the territory. Or you could say we're gonna make really good projects, spend a lot of time on them, and take them over at the end. So that's another strategy. There's so many strategies. Steven just put the link to the podcast in the comment section if any of you are interested. It's pinned at the top. So yeah, so again, there's also snacks for teams. It looks like not us.
We had to bring our own.
We'll grab them in a little bit, probably. But they're over there. You can't really see
Maybe
them.
we can get in the teacher's lounge.
I accept.
let's go run into the teachers' lounge. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the TSARP team and I. Us.
Hopog just defended again against CE Code Cluster.
That is
Wow,
great.
this is actually really cool because it shows that two teams are working really hard off the gate. The CE Code Crushers are working hard to attack that territory fiercely, and Hopog's working hard to defend it. So that's been 4 times now.
Wow.
Oh, another one just happened.
Wow,
No
so
way.
this is interesting. They're they're bombarding that territory. They're really trying to get that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe later in the stream we'll get some answers to stuff like that. We could ask some coaches like, how do you feel about this? Like, what was going on? You know, right now we don't have access to feedback. If you don't know, we got a screen over here. That's where you're seeing us from. We got a screen over here, so that's where we look sometimes for a better view of things. So yeah, if sometimes when I talk, I'll be looking here. Sometimes I'll be looking here. Sometimes I'm looking to see what the teams are doing while I'm talking. Again, if there's any issues going on, please tell us. Yeah, so
That's more live.
yeah. So I think Steven just I wonder if he went to go get some snacks or a bathroom break. I'm busy.
Stephen will be back soon.
Yeah, he'll be back soon. So we can see the attacks and defenses. We'll be announcing those. You can't see them. You can only see the leaderboard and the map. Sorry about that.
Can we put a link to the live
Yeah,
map?
so we'll put a link. That's smart, Sam. We'll put a link to the.
You say that.
Hey, Sam, trust me, your artwork is amazing. I tell you that a lot. But we're doing a showcase later on, probably in the stream.
Yeah.
On some GIMs Sam has made. If you don't know GIM Kit, Sam made some art of the mentors in the style of GIMs. Devin Malora so far. Also an animation, so we'll probably show that later.
This.
We'll show them off later in the stream. If we somehow forget, please remind us, you know, because we're busy trying to keep everything on top.
Yes.
So yeah, again, thank you to everyone who's watching. Leave a like on the on the stream.
If you want to subscribe, and hit that.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, Hopog wins so we can do a live stream next.
I don't know what team that is.
Oh, two quizzes just got taken. We'll pull that up on the big map. Let's see. So that was Muncie Park and
Oh, another one.
oh wow.
It's not going.
Whoa, a lot's going on.
Oh my god.
Looks like it's GW Binary Rams, Muncie Park, Hopog, Coding Eagles got passed by Shelter Rock Digital Ducks. So wow, a lot's going on.
Yes.
So
CE finally got the Hopog territory that they were.
oh, they finally took that over. Yeah, see, that just goes to show work really hard on these territories, guys, because you can take them over if you try hard enough.
Defended against Quidditch Road side by side.
There's a lot going on. This is actually interesting. I'm happy we were all able to do this because I've never been able to really sit in on a hackathon like this. So
Yes.
this is a cool thing.
Just gonna tell when it's cool to do.
Yeah, we're just sitting there. Hey, why aren't you taking your test? But yeah, so this is cool to see. everything going on. But what I was saying is it would be cool if Hopog could win again so we can do this next year.
Yes.
Or maybe, even when we go into high school, we could do it like as Eagle Watch. So yeah, so that's cool.
Another EAU EW just got the Rams West Hempstead
Yeah, so
defended.
oh, defended. Okay, so yeah, lots going on. Again, I'm trying to find that link to the map.
It's on Dartmouth. That's how we're going.
Here we go. I'm pulling it up now. Yeah. So you guys can see because we want to make sure you can see everything.
If you want,
You have the best experience possible.
you could be on the
So
map and you just hear us.
yeah, so if you want to look at the map and just listen to us, you can do that. Do whatever you want. If you're, this would be exciting if you were at home. You could watch it too. But yeah, so the link currently is on dark mode. If you want to look at that.
Rams just defended against the Eagles. Papa.
I just realized what I said. I basically said skip school, watch a hackathon. So I'll take that back. But I meant like if you were already home, that would be cool because you can spend all day watching it.
Right.
Okay.
My mom is watching. I know. How are you doing?
If your mom is watching, yeah.
Mom.
So I'll
If
send
she's
it.
watching.
So I'll send. Oh,
No, it's on your thing.
oh, here we go. So I'm sending out the link to the main map so you guys can look at that. That's where you can see the attacks and defenses. If you don't really care about that, because we're announcing it like every second, every time it happens, so you can look at the map, you can look at the leaderboard. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So currently, Shelter Rock, I believe, the Shelter Rock Digital Ducks are on top right now. Hopog in second, Muncie Park in third, GW Binary Rams in fourth, CE Code Crushers in fifth. Wow, this is hard as you get down the list. And there's 9 teams in total. So 4 teams don't have a territory yet. They only have their CDP, and we'll talk a little about that too. The CDPs are capital defense projects. That means that you make those projects before the game starts. So they've been working on that since Monday, and then they submit them to go onto the map. But the deadline was yesterday by 9 a.m. Sorry. Um, and in the last 10 minutes of the competition, you can take those over, right? So
Yep.
if a team, for instance, right now, just for right now, it can change later, Bethpage Bar Raisers, so they don't have any territories on the map. So if this was the last 10 minutes, you could attack their capital defense project.
Which is the little LED bulbs onto the left.
Yeah, so thank you, Stephen. So those are the LED bulbs on the left of the screen. So in the last 10 minutes, you can take those over if you're a team competing, as long as they don't have any territories. Now, I believe same as last competition, you can have a quiz, just not a territory.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And that's
Hi,
exciting.
teachers lounge.
uh, so they're watching. You said
Yeah.
they're in the teachers lounge. Yeah. So that's cool. To see.
If you're one of my teachers, hi, how you doing?
Yeah. So, that would be cool if our teachers were watching.
I don't know that I'm gonna be out.
Yeah. Yeah. Our teachers are just like, what are these kids doing skipping our class? Oh, they're live streaming.
No permission, just so you know.
Yeah.
We were invited.
We're not
wanted to be here. I'm kidding.
Both. We were invited and wanted to be here.
Bagel time.
So yeah, Sam and Steven, if you want to hold down the fort, I'm gonna go grab some refreshments. I also want to see what coaches would like to be interviewed on the live
I like
stream.
holding down.
Also I want to see where this other live stream is being
Is it
broadcasted. Because there's one up on the top left on the bleachers. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I don't know where that's being broadcasted. So I'm gonna
No
go
idea.
figure that out for you guys. So you guys can figure that out. And yeah, Sam and Steven, hold down the fort.
No, I'm going.
Oh,
I'm gonna get some snack.
okay. Steven,
Get me a Dorito.
Oh, will do.
sorry if this is making you hungry. But yeah, so actually Sam will go first. I'll say, and then we'll swap out. So far, it doesn't look like anything new is going on the stream. It's scheduled to end about, I believe, 1 o'clock. Might be a little before, might be a little after. I didn't actually catch when. I didn't get to catch when it actually started, the exact time. But if we go to the map view, if I look now, no, so there is not a countdown to the end. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have one of those. I believe
Red one's
Sam doesn't. Sam, you pile too much. Okay, Sam. Go put one of these. Go put one of these chips back, or I'll do it on when I go.
I like red.
Sam grabs some stuff.
Thank you, Sam.
I don't know how much of this we were supposed to grab. Yeah, come on, guys. I didn't eat breakfast.
Neither did I.
But yeah, so I believe I was saying that the teams know when it's gonna end. I don't have the countdown. So I'll try to figure out if we can see that somewhere. But yeah, I'll be right back. Sam and Steven, hold down the fort while I go.
Okay. You'll never believe this, but Andrew said poop. This is extremely unprofessional time.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of TSARP. I'm your host, Samuel Rabia. And today we're talking about Steven eating a big.
Mm. Okay. So since there's not much going on, I'll tell you about my bagel. My beloved mother made this. Thank you, Mom.
Hi, Steven's mom.
I don't think she's watching. I don't know. She's working. But it's an everything bagel. And what do we have there?
Um, the Rams just defended twice for the
Okay. So they are, what color are they?
What?
They are, Rams are that light blue, that cyan turquoise color on the bottom. Yeah. No, not their profile.
Oh,
Their color. Their team color is, so they're on the bottom with the two those are octagons, right? Hexagons. We'll call them polygons. Those two polygons on the bottom are what?
back to the map.
Okay. So the two polygons on the bottom, those two, the one with the two, it has that, those are two attacks. So any number you see, like in the top right corner, okay, the Rams defended again. That is great.
Against the best page Varvey.
Yep, and they defended against, oh no,
Rams just got a vacant spot.
yep, the Rams took another one, the top right. So currently, the Shelter Rock Digital Ducks are in first, and I believe they have three, it looks like three quizzes. Okay. So Shelter Rock Digital Ducks has three quizzes, I believe. No, two. Two quizzes? That math doesn't add up.
I don't know.
Either way, they're in first. Second is the GW Binary Rams, who are holding up three territories right now and defended about 5 attacks a couple seconds ago. It looks like we have an attack on the inside chips.
Quiz or no?
I believe that is a regular territory because a quiz will be automated. So there's, oh no, he's back.
I'm back. So yeah, so I was just figuring out any coaches who want to be interviewed. If you're listening to this and want to be interviewed, let us know. We would love to have you on. Just come up here, say like,
Watching.
hey, stop judging your territories. Yeah. So I hope you're really posting my Twitter on the section. Okay, thanks. Yeah, so follow us on Twitter. But yeah, so Mr. Farrar is going to join us a little later. We'll talk to him. It's going to be kind of funny. I'll be like, "Hey, how's your team doing?" And he'll be like, "Good." um, but yeah. So also again, any other coaches that would like to come up, we would love to talk to you. Ask you a few questions. You know about how do you feel? How do you think your team is working? You know, do you have any tips for your team? You know, stuff like that.
Breaking news: one team is having a snack of bagels.
That's great.
Oh yeah. I didn't bring a bagged lunch. But that was good. I hope every team brought like a lunch they can eat. I hope every team had a good night's sleep.
Yes.
Um,
Very important.
had breakfast. We actually gave out these tips a few days ago on the podcast.
So you can win if you watch TSARP.
Yeah, really, guys. We give out the info you need to know if you're competing in a hackathon. Also, again, like I said earlier, looks like Hop Hog took over another territory. Hop Hog's now tied for second, but technically in third. I don't know how it would actually end if a team was tied for first. It's never happened.
I
I've
think it's made.
I believe.
Hop Hog is now
Hop Hog
tied
is now
first.
tied for first.
That is great.
Hop
Yeah,
Hog just got
with
two
Shelter Rock Digital Ducks.
code.
Yeah. So again, the only teams through with a territory are Muncie Park, GW Binary Rams, Hop Hog Code and Eagles, Shelter Rock Digital Ducks, and yeah, so that's it. As this competition continues, you'll see them get through the gate. If you don't really know what the theme is or you don't understand it, I guess I'll explain it. So, the theme is life on a chip. So that does not mean potato chip or tortilla chip.
It means this kind of jump.
Like Sam is right now. Oh, Hop Hog defended.
Right.
It means computer chip. So like a motherboard. So you can see in the center of the screen is a is is a CPU. So that's a central processing unit. That's like the brain of the computer. And around the screen, there's other types of computer chips. None are really recognizable. None are like specified except for the CPU. Like that says CPU. Everyone knows what that is. You can just assume the other ones are just like little doodads that are on the computer.
I like doodads.
Doodads. So we don't know what are on the quizzes. We don't know what the challenges are. We just get to see the map. But we do know what the CDP was. So that can kind of give you an idea of what some of these challenges are going to be. So the CDP was in a short form was your team, right, has to get to this motherboard. They have to compete. So it was basically an animation or a game of how you're shrinking down and going into your microbot form, and going through the motherboard. So that was really the CDP. If you don't know, we already said it too. The CDP, the best CDP, will be unveiled at the end of the competition. Submissions are also going to end, but that doesn't mean the competition is over, right? So, say Shelter Rock Ducks, competition ends. They're in first. Judging still continues, right? So, if I submit a second before everything ends, then it goes through, and then the judges check it, and then we end up in first. We like Hop Hog will win and Shelter Rock Ducks, even though they ended the competition in first, doesn't mean they're gonna win when everything ends.
Ram just defended against.
Rams defended twice
against Willits Road and CE Code Crushers.
Muncie Park just attacked a Rams territory. Also,
Shout out to White Butter Popcorn.
we are not sponsored.
No, but they're good.
Thanks, Sam. So Hop Hog and Shelter Rock Ducks are still tied. Also, there was a few attacks on the board. So there's two attacks on Hop Hog's territory on the top left, one attack on Muncie Park's on the top right. Yeah, so it's very exciting to see all these teams working. I almost said all these teams working together. All the teams with the team members working together, not the teams.
Defended against CE Code Crushers again.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is a very lively event.
Yes.
Yes. Lots of things go on. The noise in the room. I find this interesting. There's a lot of talking going on. There's a lot of talking that's very quiet. And that's mainly because the teams are focusing, right? They're coding. They're not talking. They're not chatting with their friends. What are you doing this weekend? They're really focusing. But also, you would think there would be a lot of talking because they're like, okay, you do this. How's this going? How's that going? I know in the junior hackathon, my job was looking at the map, kind of what I'm doing now, and being like, okay, there's an attack on this. Sam, you go defend this, so there's talking like that, but also, like I said, they're coding. They're not talking with their friends about the candy they're eating.
Attacked on Hop Hog's territory.
Yeah, so that territory it seems like that is a fairly easy territory to get. And by easy, I mean simple or like a clicker game, right? So every school has practiced their clicker games. Every school has practiced their mazes, right? So we hope. So let's say that territory, from what we can assume, is like a clicker game, right? Every school can easily do that. So let's say this is what we assume. We have no idea what went on. This is our theory. So say Hopog originally they took over that in the beginning. They were like, oh, clicker game, right? One variable, one thing to click. Boom, they took it over in a few minutes. Then now every other team is trying to advance on that clicker game. Now 4 attacks. So let's assume that it's a fairly easy territory to get. Oh, 5 attacks. This is piling up. So that's these 5 attacks really kind of set my theory in place that it must be a fairly easy territory to get. Because all these teams are going after it. Now it's starting to become less easy. Hopog just defended one of them. Now it seems to be. Ooh, Hopog took over another territory. They are in first with 3 points.
7-9.
It was the Rams territory. They just defended another time on that territory that had 5 attacks.
Sounding this is going good for us.
Yeah, they attacked again. Only 2 attacks now, Steven. 2 attacks now on Hopog territory.
I'll jinx the bad part. This is going horrible for us. We need to get better.
We need to get better.
Muncie Park just
Defended the CE code crushers. The teams are walking
Papa just defended
again. 1 attack still. This is a territory that is going to be highly watched throughout this competition, mostly for the reason being that a lot of teams want it. So far, the CPU in the center of the board is still not attacked.
Seems like anyone got to the second layer.
No one even is in the second layer, like Sam said.
It's attacking. I don't know if that's
Right there, one of the
Well, so okay, so this is broken down into layers, right? So the first layer is I know. So it's broken out into layers. So the ones that are the kind of the weird shapes. I don't know how to say this. But the rectangles with the flag. So those are quizzes. And then there's the other ones kind of on the same layer as those, the ones that Hopog has 2 of. So those are also on the outside layer. You can attack those immediately. Hopog finished all their attacks on that territory. There were 5 attacks and now there's none. That's crazy. So the outer layer is the first things you can attack, right? And then the inner layer is the stuff you can attack after. Oh, so the Shelter Rock Digital Ducks just whoa, they're passing Hopog fairly quickly. They're 4 points ahead. Ahead.
they got a quiz and they caught a territory.
And a territory. Wow, so that's a lot.
Wow.
CE just took over the Rams, so that's a
They
lot.
now have
But now there's still 2 remaining attacks.
Yep, so that is they now have 3 points. That's their only territory currently on the map.
But still, that's not bad.
Hopog has
Hopag.
one Hopog has 1 territory attack on their top left and 2 on their bottom left. The CE code crushers have an attack on their bottom left. Wow, lots of attacks across the board. You know, the judges can only judge so much at one time. The judges, good, amazing job with the judges. They are working so hard to do all of this.
Yes, thank you so much.
Really, thanks to Kidoyo in general for making this amazing app so these teams can come together, these schools can work and really code in a competition environment like this. I can see from my point of view that a lot of teams are still working on quizzes. So
Oh, look,
you know,
there goes Mr. Ferrara in front of the camera.
I don't know if
Wait,
you
no,
can.
he's not.
You can't see him on the camera right now.
Oh.
We'll change up the camera view in case some of you guys want to see another part of the room. There's Mr. Ferrara and Coach Santos. Don't wave. Don't.
Say hi.
No, now you can't. Now you can't see him.
Yeah, no. Yeah. He waved to the camera. So we'll go back to the map view on our screen. But yeah, so
Hopog just defended.
Hopog, so CE Tuckers attacked Hopog, took a territory away from them. Now CE, did I say CE Tuckers? Sorry, I think that was like their thing last year. CE Code Crushers. Wow, when I'm talking all this much, it gets crazy. But CE Code Crushers took over a Hotpog territory. Then Hotpog defended. The CE Code Crushers defended before that again. This is crazy what's going on right now. There's no attacks again on Hotpog's top left territory, meaning those two earlier gone again.
Attacks on both CE Cold Crushers territories right now.
There's only one, so 2 total.
Now there's 3 total.
Yikes.
Wow. The teams are working incredibly hard to get these attacks sent out. Faster you can do the attacks, faster you gain access to the inner layers.
Best page bar raisers, they got their first quiz.
Yep. So they got their first quiz. Now, like I was saying earlier, if you get into the first layer, right, then you have access to the second layer, then the third, and finally, when you get the it's kind of like a diamond. There's a diamond final ring that will get you access to the CPU. Currently, no one, sorry, no one has access to that yet. Now,
it's a very important part of the battle.
yeah, so Sam's right. So you need, if you get to that CPU, right, you have access to the whole map, even if you lose all your other territories. So, yeah, that's quite something.
Wait, is that a territory or quiz?
The quiz.
That's a quiz, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, back.
Yeah, so once you get it, you stay with it forever, and you have access to the whole map.
Just defend it again.
CE defended 2 of the attacks that were just previously on them.
So it looks like CE code crushers are doing one of the strategies we talked about earlier, which is making really good games, but not releasing them as fast, right? Because we see a lot of attacks on these CE code crushers, but they're not being taken over. And that means that the CE code crushers put a lot of work into these territories, knowing that the other teams shouldn't be able to take them over, which is another strategy, right? So all strategies do different things for your team, and you can use different strategies at different points, right? If it's late in the game, you might not want to be risky. You might want to just defend your projects where you are. Early in the game, you want to make those MVPs. You want to take over those territories. These are good strategies.
And we see a lot of this on TSARP already.
We see a lot.
Not said that.
Yeah,
It's already kind of public. Plus, now we can't take it back.
yeah, a lot
On the
these strategies are being advanced as years go on, right? And new strategies are being made every year. So dev and the dev team are working really hard on updating the software so that there are new features. A new feature that we're seeing a lot this year builds on a feature last year, which last year was the first year with these quizzes. Now we're getting stuff like the satellite quiz and the CPU quiz from the junior and now the MS. Which are like the final frontier. You get there and you have access to everything. So that's a new thing we're seeing. Last year, they were really called auto gates, and there's no auto gates on this map. You can attack a territory before you get a quiz. Last year, auto gates were very popular.
Yeah.
We actually had 2 this year. Go ahead.
I remember Mr. Ferrara and I think it was 7th and 8th grade, the Aztec Conquest. They waited until the auto gate lifted up, which is the last 30 minutes. And they had like the best projects that anyone has seen the entire game.
Yeah.
And so I guess Kidoyo didn't like that because remember how they made a rule? Every year we see another loophole and we go with it. And then there's a rule against it.
Yeah, this is actually a funny story Stephen brought up. I'm happy he did. So the first year of the auto gates again was last year, and Hopog was like, "Hey, it breaks after an hour, right? So after an hour into the competition, you could submit your submit without getting the auto gate. Now, the point of that was like, hey, what if the teams can't get the auto gate, right? So that was smart thinking by Kidoyo, but Hopog and our key strategizers were like, hey, what if we just really work hard on these territories and then once we break through the auto gate, we don't end up getting it, and then we just immediately attack and we don't have to waste time on the auto gate. Which was a very smart strategy. This year there was 2 auto gates, right? But they never lifted, so you couldn't get into the map unless you got those auto gates. So we had to get them this year, and there were 2, which was strange. We really haven't figured out why there were 2. Why wasn't there just one big one? I guess because it gives you more points then. And a cool way, like, hey, what if we get the first one really quickly, but the second one we don't? And what if someone gets the first one really quickly and the second one they don't? So I think that was like Kidoyo, they focus a lot on how can we make these maps really fun, really cool. And I think that was something they were like, hey, this could be a new thing we could introduce and it might change gameplay a little. And that's what keeps these hackathons exciting, changing up the gameplay, right? If every year Hopog just defended another territory, but like every year, if it was just the same old boring map, it wouldn't be that exciting. But Kidoyo does an amazing job at making these maps interesting every year, year after year. And exactly. And not even year after year, a hackathon after hackathon. There's 4 hackathons this year, meaning 4 maps they have to come up with, 4 themes, 4 new gameplay. Like, it's just crazy the work that they put in to make these games amazing.
Talking about updates earlier, so I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is correct, but they're releasing the new Python 3 editor.
Yeah.
This.
So
Yeah,
the beta is out today, which Dev has said in binary.
Yeah, so thank you for bringing that up, Sam. So after the hackathon, the new Python 3 editor is going to be released, and we're going to talk all about that on the TSARP episode after the game today.
2 T-shirts in one day.
2 T-SARPs in one day. That's kind of crazy.
You're lucky,
I'm kind of
guys.
sad. I didn't get to say hello and welcome to today's episode of TSARP.
There's
'cause
not
we
an
were-
episode.
Well,
Hello and
to-
welcome to today's live stream of T-Sarp.
exactly. I didn't get to say that because we were so busy getting the stream set up. Steven did a great job. We're using his computer. And one of his mics, the one that we're using here.
The other mic is stands for me.
The other mic is a stand. We'll hook that one up later for when we have to do interviews with people. That's going to be exciting. We got Mr. Ferrara coming up later. Some other coaches possibly. Maybe even Mentor Trips. We didn't talk about that, but she was walking by. So, yeah. So that's exciting. I can't wait. Hopog defended another territory.
If she wants to get interviewed.
Yeah, go ask her.
Alright, back.
Maybe later. Sam's going. So yeah, thank you guys all for listening. I hope you're enjoying. If you have anything interesting you would want to talk about,
Yes.
want us to talk about. Oh, you said yes. So did you ask her when?
I just said it.
Oh, later. Okay, yeah. So later, I think I'm gonna try to get a timestamp. If you want to go ask Mr. Farrar, do we know how far in we are?
I believe
I think it's
we are in 30 minutes in.
Oh, it's really only
Wait,
30
go
minutes.
to the
30 minutes
concept. Go to the actual map. Doesn't it say it?
No, actually, the map isn't saying.
I
it.
remember when Dev opened the map, there was roughly 30 minutes already on the stream.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're at least at maximum about 47 minutes. So 30 seems about right because yeah, wow. Time this is crazy. How does the teams are getting so many territories for just like 30, 45 minutes, which goes to show, I wonder the kind of difficulty gradient that they use for these hackathons, right? Because for junior, there's Python and there's HTML and ANYs. I wonder what type of challenges we're seeing on the map.
Yeah.
So even when we get maybe Mentor Trish up here later or Mr. Ferrara or another coach, we can ask him like, what type of territories are here? What are we seeing on this map?
I think for the week that you can cover for the
Whoa.
wow.
I love you said that when the room went quiet. But yeah, I'll let you
Alright,
guys say so.
it appears that some team has submitted their CDP for one of these challenges here.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And-
it's not that's correct,
Sound.
Stephen. So what you just heard is Dev came out on the loudspeaker. And he was talking about different things. So like Stephen was saying, it seems like a team had submitted a CDP for one of these territories.
Yep. And also,
Hopog just broke through the 3rd barrier.
so I believe they have access to the CPU now, right?
Yeah, they have access to the CPU. So Yeah, go ahead. Talk about what Dev was saying.
But he did say that. So I believe someone sent in their CCP as the one of the territories, and they're trying to get that. Also, but one team or someone in a team or many teams. I'm not singling anyone out, but it appears that uh people are submitting the same project, maybe minor changes like a bug fix, but
And maybe not even.
maybe just like I think he won't think I changed anything.
Yeah.
Like, but that is small problem. I've never heard point deductions before.
Yeah.
That would happen.
So actually, this is what I was wondering. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to accuse any teams. But like when there was 5 territory attacks on the top left territory, that could just be teams were like attack, attack, attack. Even without changing anything. So if you're a coach listening right now,
Don't do that.
make sure your teams know don't do that.
Cyber Tiger just got the territory in the corner that Hop Hop had for a while.
Oh yeah, you're right. So
You don't know that was.
yeah, I missed that. Yeah, so thanks you, Sam, for let's
See, go questions.
oh, this is weird. So, sadly, there's no history for the attacks and defenses, so I can't see that. That went away now. It looks like, or whoa, something. Yeah, so there's been a lot of attacks in the last few minutes. So
We have not taken
I'll do an update. So Shelter Rock Digital Ducks still in first, Hop Hog in second. The Shelter Rock Digital Ducks have a 5-point lead. Muncie Park Flames are just behind Hop Hog Coding Eagles in third place by 1 point. Bethpage Bar Raisers are tied for third with Muncie Park. CE Code Crushers. Wow. Okay. Pause on that. Hop Hog just took another territory. That is another one of those alarms.
Digital Shelter Block is now in the lead by only 2.
All right, so I think the strategy Hop Hog's doing is secure the CPU so no one else can get.
So actually,
That's kind of smart.
yeah. So actually, we don't know. Ooh, good news.
Yay!
Banner came.
I think we
Wow.
should show it on the live stream. Whoa!
Yeah,
that's
here, bring
pretty
it up
cool.
here. That's awesome. Okay. Let's do.
Do you need help getting it on?
No, we got it. This is our banner. If anyone wants to see it, here it is. So we got a new banner that's going to go on the front of our table. Wait,
Hey.
Miss Thompson.
Wait, what if it was behind us?
Wow. So
Here,
this is
alright,
getting
figure this.
crazy right now. I don't know. We got some. This is when the live stream gets crazy. So a ton of attacks going right now. We got our banner just arrived. Some students, I believe, the hackathon team for the UE division just arrived from Hop Hog just to watch. To kind of see what's going on. So that's exciting. They're trying to secure our banner to our table. Well, I'm also trying to watch the stream to see what's. Shout out to our teacher, Mr. Ditzel. So in that time, while the banner came and the team arrived, we got Hop Hog is tied for first. So this is crazy. Wow. So let's hope things are coming down now. Sam got more popcorn. Thank you, Sam.
Okay, breaking news. So the elementary team for Hop Hog is here,
Ooh,
and
very nice.
Mrs. Gordon wants us to interview them. Also, if when we can, we want to
Yeah.
interview the Eagle Watch people.
Yeah, so we got a lot of interviews coming up here. So we'll probably take a short break in a little bit. Again, we'll do that recap we didn't get to do. It looks like there's another attack on one of the CPU surrounding territories. Question is that Hop Hog? It would go with Hop Hog's strategy. Or maybe it's another team trying to rival Hop Hog right now
Yep.
by getting one of those. Hop Hog is tied for first, like we said. This is when this game starts to get crazy. Projects are advancing. The GW Rams were bounced way out of the game. They're back down with no territories, sadly. The Shore Coders still have no territories. Mineola Mustech still with none. Willits Road Cyber Tigers back down with only their CDP. So it's a crazy point in the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen a Mineola without any points. Right.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, it's a new type of Mineola team, right? So Mineola has always had fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now Mineola only has six. Now this was completely new to us. So they used to have their sixth graders, in their team with their fourth and fifth. This is completely new. This is absolutely different. We only have this is our first team where wait, let me think about sorry. I totally messed this up. So yeah, let me backtrack. So we've always had our sixth grade team in Hop Hog, only sixth grade. We've never had a fourth and fifth a team in Hop Hog. Mineola, though, I believe, is used to having those fourth and fifth graders, which they don't have this year. So fourth graders who were competing last year, who were on this team, now compete in a totally different division with not the students that were there last year. So it's a lot of changes going on that Mineola has had to adapt to, and a lot of the other teams. We're just trying to catch up with the stream. I think we finally caught up.
Okay, so Mineola took a territory from CE Code Crushers, which is Mineola's first territory, so congratulations.
Congratulations, Mineola finally made it onto the board.
Okay, so Hop Hog defended from Willits Road. CE Code Crushers defended from Wells Road, and CE Code Crushers defended from Shortcutters, which is Shortcutters' first attack, I believe, right?
And now Shelter Rock just took a vacant territory, which is one of the CPU surrounding ones. This is Shelter Rock trying to get ahead of Hop Hog. Shelter Rock is implementing amazing strategy here. They're not going for the ones Hop Hog did, which is smart because that's going to take more effort. They need to go for the vacant ones, which is very smart by Shelter Rock. Let's see who is going to be the team to take that last CPU surrounding territory.
Had a big lead in getting the CPU.
Yeah, so Hop Hog has, like Sam said, Hop Hog has had access to that CPU for longer than Shelter Rock, meaning it's most likely that Hop Hog will get it before Shelter Rock. The team that will get it after Shelter Rock, Hop Hog, and then there's two other teams. A team that gets it after that isn't going to get as many points as the first four teams. So there's lots of strategy going on, a lot for us to keep up with. We're trying to keep you in the know, knowing what's going on. So there's a lot. We've got the Hop Hog UE team up there. I don't know if you guys can see.
Yep,
up there on the bleachers. So you guys can see that. That is the team that you will be seeing competing in 1 week. Their theme is coming out on Monday. So that's crazy. Let's go back to the map view for us. So yeah, nothing going on. A few defenses here and there.
It looks like Mineola defended from Willits Road and Muncie Park.
And this is go ahead.
All right. But then CE Code Crusher defended Mineola. And there is another attack on Hop Hog, which is the little circles next to the CPU.
Yes.
That is someone else, not the Ducks. I get
So the Shelter Rock Ducks, Digital Ducks, that might be them. They might be saying, "Hey, we wanted to get to the CPU. Let's cut them off." They might have been a little late. They might have been like, "Hey, let's get that done with." So yeah, so that's cool. That's exciting to see that they were able to be like, "Hey, let's get in. Should we do this? Should we not?" It's a lot of teams.
Attacks and pop up right now.
2 attacks. There's
3 attacks.
That is on all of Hop Hog's CPU surrounding territories. This is crazy because this means if these teams can successfully attack those territories, they can get Hop Hog away from the CPU. They can get Hop Hog to have a very delayed response to the CPU.
And there's another attack on Hop Hog right here.
Oh my god.
Up in the
Hop
top
Hog
right
is
corner.
the target of a lot of attacks. Shelter Rock has no attacks on them right now.
Why?
So they're in a great position right now.
I think they paid all the other mentors to tell everyone attack Hop Hog only.
Now Steven's coming up with some theories here.
Okay.
So Mineola just took over one of those
Yikes, dude.
alarm. I'm calling them alarms because that's what they're supposed to be, like little buzzers, so like sound on the motherboard,
Arduino
like
board.
beeps. Arduino board. So Mineola just took over a CPU surrounding territory. This is crazy strategy. They were like, let's go for this. Let's get that CPU. Let's wipe Hop Hog away.
They went straight for it.
We know that was not Shelter Rock attacking. Could Mineola be the other one attacking that other buzzer? Could Hop Hog?
I feel like it is a possibility that either someone else or Mineola is attacking that other circle.
Yeah. Are they just trying to get rid of, this is a really crazy time in the board. Once the first CPU attack is done and they get that quiz, that's going to be crazy to see. I wonder who it's going to be. I mean, Hop Hog has had the most time working on that. Shelter Rock not that far after, and Mineola just got on. So that's really crazy.
It's time we should get our first interview in.
Yeah, so let's go see if we
I'll
can
set up. Okay, so first interview of the day, we have Yui or Eagle Watch.
I think
What do you want
Yui.
to do?
We got a lot. I think first off, let's go see if Mr. Ferrara would like to join us for a little bit.
Want me to ask him?
We got Mentor Trish later. We got the UE team. We got Eagle Watch. So let's really get to those. Thanks. Who was that? Was that you who said that?
Yeah.
To interview? Yeah. Thank you, Steven.
Microphone.
Wanna interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Um,
so okay, I'll turn this off. We got double mics going on right now.
See?
um.
Maybe one of us, two of us is stand up.
Okay. So. Well, yeah. Maybe.
Alright,
you
so let's
move.
figure
I'll
this out
go.
first.
So stand up, Steven. I'll do here. We're doing this live, guys. Um, Mr. Ferrara can sit there. If one of you wants to take the seat back here, maybe we can grab another seat. You guys can sit back here. Um, so yeah, so this is gonna be exciting. We got Mr. Ferrara coming up.
Where you want me to go?
You want to sit over there? And you can sit there, Sam. Yeah, here we go. Sit there.
All right.
Wherever you want. Come on. Let's sit.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah, there you are. I turn up.
Is this my microphone?
Yeah.
I would just move Sam's. No, it is.
Wait, no.
You have to turn up the volume.
Can you hear me?
They're getting a lot of wait.
Should I move this more to the center?
I think someone actually let's use this because this is dampening all that noise. So sorry if you had the audio over there, we're just figuring out some stuff. So we're here with Mr. Carr from Hop Hog Floating Eagles. How's your team doing? How do you think
We're doing great. First, before I say that, you guys are doing great, first of all. So we can hear you in the coaches lounge, and honestly, it's a little bit more informative to listen to you guys do play-by-play and watch the board there than it is in here. And especially with all this limited info you have. So you're doing a lot. So keep it up. Our team, on the other hand, we're actually not on the other hand, on kind of the same front. We're doing well. I'm happy with where we're at. We're in our strategy. We've had to be flexible, which is also a good quality. That they're not just trying to stick to one specific thing. As I'm saying that, we just lost territory, but that's okay. I'm not as concerned about owning territories right now. I really want to see them get through the quizzes, which do seem to be proving to be a difficult thing. I know you guys don't have pretty much information, so you can ask questions about what things are, and maybe that can help enlighten you a little bit. If there's, I've heard those quizzes are a lot of puzzles. There's a lot of just question answering from research. I'm not sure what they've done, but yeah, the quizzes are tough, and I'm hoping that we're posting those quizzes so we guarantee some points, and then we can start working on the inside. I see we've also lost access to the CPU. Yeah, I see videos. It's like it's kind of broken through. Oh, we got the boss there. We're still kind of principal over here. No. So yeah, we're hopefully coming back to the strategy. There's teams, as you can see, some teams fall behind. And it's a long game, so
Yeah.
it's there's still 2 hours left, and we still have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we just started this competition. How do you feel like it's different? Because now it used to be virtual. You used to be closer with the team. Now, it's really all for themselves. All working independently.
Yeah, the virtual aspect, I think, it doesn't change that much other than you're kind of in your room and you're comfortable, and we used to be able to set up, screen monitors, but now we're on laptops. You kind of make do. Everybody's on the even playing field in that front, so I don't think too much about it. It's fun to have a big event, and it's so much fun to see everybody and see everybody else, like what they do, and it kind of promotes the whole hackathon in general. And it's fun to host and be the home team. So as far as that effect impacting the game, I don't think it does that much. Individual maps and types of questions and themes are the bigger game changer, especially for this one. So on that front, meaning I think it was harder to prepare for this hackathon because of the theme more so than the fact that we're in person.
Yeah, and I mean that brings us on to you said earlier, that there's a lot of, you would think since this is really just sixth grade now compared to the junior of seventh and eighth, that there's more puzzle related quizzes and theme related quizzes than there used to be like a lot of coding during the first.
It's hard for me to say that. It does seem like that's the trend. I don't get to see the quiz, so a lot of the quiz information I have is secondhand from anyone who had to take the quizzes. And a lot of times, you guys know, we're in the moment of taking the quiz, we just jump back into second. It looks like we may have gotten a quiz. That was one of the points.
Yeah, I don't know if we have. Oh, looks like we just third,
Okay.
second rate.
Okay. So, oh yeah, go us. So anyway, I get a lot of that information secondhand. You guys are, I just come from competition and frazzled. You get 17 other things for the quiz. So the information is kind of broken that comes back. It does seem like the old quizzes used to be almost like, what does this code do? Or what do these blocks do? And now it seems to be more, research, hiding, terms, learning. Yeah. So, yeah, the quizzes I've seen to trend in that.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean it's crazy. The math has been crazy for the past hour, attack after attack after attack. Have you seen any trends between this hackathon and the steampunk movement hackathon that you haven't seen in years past?
What do you mean by trend?
Like ways teams are attacking territory, just map strategy.
It's hard to decide. I mean, that's hard because everything that this is kind of what you're doing today is kind of guessing at what the strategy is based on performance.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. To me, this map seems to have more of an output strategy. I think a lot of other coaches would agree. You got to get the quizzes, you got to get the locked-in points. So if you can get the challenge at the very end, you could be off the map the whole time and then come on at the end. And since there was so much easy access to all those quizzes, there was no urgency to kind of figure out which way to go. So for this one, I'm assuming that the quizzes become the priority. The difficulty of the quizzes makes the strategy change mid-game, which does, I think, impact how teams are performing today. To compare it to the Steampunk Moon one, that had like gateways where you needed to get through this quiz in order to start on the map. And then some teams had all hands on deck on the quiz versus some teams had people working on challenges versus quizzes. So, that's where the strategy in Steampunk Moon is really different because each team could have a different strategy. Here, I think the approach is probably more universal. Everyone's going for those quizzes, and if you can get them, you're getting them, and if not, you move on to the challenge.
Yeah, we actually talked about that earlier about how there's no auto gates to the hackathon. It's just straight into the game.
Yeah, that middle CPU does get you access, but I think it's access that you would have anyway if you were in on it. It might secure you some territory access if you somehow found your way into it and then lost all your challenges and had not done any other quizzes, which seems like a really rare situation. But getting it would be nice because it's harder to get to and points are there. Because in the end, at the moment, only 2 teams have access to it. So that's 4 points just waiting for those 2 teams to grab. I'm assuming that quiz is a lot harder. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I'll get to see it.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if you heard Sam, a little far from the mic, but Sam just said that the Ducks have had access to the CPU clip for a decent amount of time now, and it seems like they're taking a lot of time to do that. So it must be a pretty hard quiz.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Neil has access as well. Looks like they're red.
Yes. Yeah, but Shelter Rock had a lot longer.
And I mean, I don't know if you have this insight, but I'll tell you what, those 2 rectangular shapes are Python challenges.
Interesting.
And the 2 circular ones are hatch.
That's cool.
And the 4 corners are spread edges. And everything else is hatch.
Okay. Interesting.
So the outer ring was all spread edges and quick.
Yeah. This is interesting to see because in years past, we haven't seen where it's like that. We've always speculated, is it like spread out around the outside, part of hack coming in?
It's the first time.
It's the first time, and it's the first time we have an actual strategy.
Yeah. And those hatch programs, I didn't look at them in depth, but I think they might be more intricate type programs. They'll also worth more points. I don't know if you saw that, but
No.
those 4 challenges are worth 3 points apiece. Every other challenge.
Yeah, that's interesting because we were seeing like we were talking about like the difficulty gradient, like how it's between just grade levels and division levels? How does it get easier or harder? And just challenge wise, as you get to the center, it's probably going to get harder.
But doing a map in that style, if you think about it, if you came in and said, we're only hatch, we're a hatch team only, we're not going to worry about quizzes, we're not going to worry about spread editing. You would not be able to get into this because there's no hatch on the outside and it's all quiz and spread editing. So you need to at least finish a quiz or get on the board with a sprite editor sprite, or you're not even getting a chance at all those hatch programs on the inside. So that's the one interesting little strategy that no team really could have prepared for. It's something we'll probably keep in the back of our head for future reference, that we need to be well-rounded. We usually tend to be well-rounded. Like that's our approach, but I'm sure there are teams out there that might just say, hey, hatch programs seem to be the way to go all the time, and focus all their energy there, and that could be to their detriment today. I mean, hopefully it's not. I hope everything's getting an equal shot, but
So before we let you go, how do you think that the hackathon's gonna be? Because it's the first time we have two grade levels that grow without like sixth grade, or more advanced like coding still. Like, what do you think's gonna be on the map? Do you think it's gonna be a sprite editor or what?
I think I wouldn't see it deviating too far from what we're seeing here, where you have a pretty well spread out map that doesn't have an intricate strategy to get through the map. I think that's something that's reserved more for upper grades. We've seen like high school maps where strategy is almost everything.
Yeah.
And the junior maps involve some strategy, and here was a little bit less strategic on auto gate or accessing from neighboring territories. So I think you'll see that. I could see a world where sprite editor and hatch would be in balance. But at the same time, I mean, we tried to predict how many sprite editor challenges and hatch program and Python challenges would be in this map out of the 16 available challenges. The breakdown is 10 hatch and then 2 Python and 4 sprite editor. That
I don't think they can hear that.
oh, okay.
No, they can't.
All right, there was a bell. I was waiting to see if here. I don't think you can go that far deviating from that kind of ratio, because other than then it becomes more of a drawing competition. I'm definitely not going to deviate towards Python. But I think the type of hatch programs you'll see are more of the basic, straightforward ones, which give everyone an opportunity to play, and then who can really add all the bells and whistles that make a hatch program extra special and clear and stand out. That's where the winning will come in. That's my prediction. No advanced info. I'm happy for once I can go back to being a spectator after a couple of months of a lot of preparation. And hoping that one's fun, and I'll get to see it in person. So we'll see.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Sam, awesome outfit.
Yeah, awesome.
Did an awesome job on everything. With honestly, everybody's in awe. So great job. Keep it up. Wonder as always. Wonderful job with the hosting.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Try not to eat too many chips, all right?
Oh, yes.
Especially this guy.
You are, don't eat them. So, I want to introduce. So before we move on to our next one, I know Sam and Stephen, you were looking at the map on your phone. What happened while we were? It looks like Midiola has jumped out the butt. Yeah, they're clearly. Well, 3 people are tied for third. So I want to see how that plays out.
Fog was able to take the square facilities that Python.
Yeah. Top has stayed high or higher up. Yeah, that's really cool to see. That these 3 teams are tied for third. That means 3 teams are working extremely hard to try to stay up there. CE Code Crushers said we got pushed down. GW is still down. Four Coders down. And Word Pros still down. Hopefully we'll get some of those quizzes soon with map. Like Coach Ferrara said, like you need to be a well-rounded team, right? If you're just like, hey guys, we're sprite editor and we're gonna win this thing. you're not going to get to that CPU. You're not even going to get the final ring. If you were just hatched, you're not even going to enter the game because you don't know any sprite editor, and that's all the outside mostly. If you don't know Python, you can still get through. It's just going to be a lot harder. Um, so yeah, so I think that's our recap. Yes, we're gonna have so far plans. We got maybe even the yoga coach. We got Chris later. We have that. There's another bell. So the UE team, then Eagle Watch from high school. Yeah, yep. A lot of interest in Pop Hog. Yes, the camera. Pop Hog just defended. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, the camera's going to off. It's a bit weird how the camera works. Yeah. I wonder how long that was. I didn't notice it, but sorry if the camera's cut off. It might have been when we just because it might have been when we sat down for people how the banner looking was. It just fell. That's the second time. I think we have to retake that right side. We got a banner delivery. The top of our table. Has moved down to third. Ooh, Hop Hog. Let's go see that. Yeah, they're down in third. The third place tie has been broken too. Those three teams. He lost three games.
Mentor Trish, she's ready if you want.
Okay. Next up, I guess Mentor Trish ready. Now, yes. Okay, here's the. All right. Okay. Change the case. And this is this is your awesome chair about there. Yes, it would get to come up here. A tortilla chip salad. Hello, this is Mentor Trish. If people don't know, it's actually funny because we've been joking on podcast recently that we could have some mentors. So you're our first mentor besides Dev. But yeah, so I guess we'll start off. What's your role at Kidoyo? What do you? So I do a lot of Kidoyo. That's like hosting the hackathons, like the one that's running right now. There's a lot of that and you go some of the basic like town help support where I so I also heard you're the one who holds most of the stickers. I do the sticker. You have sticker balls. I have the sticker ball. Yes, I do. They come directly to me when we dish them out accordingly. All the stickers. Yeah. She's the one. That's where you gotta find them. That's right. Kind of replacement. So yeah. So talk a little about how comes up with these hackathon ideas, map ideas. So that's fun. Team members like James who does a lot of the details and the artwork for stuff too, and then Sunny and Sabrina, they're great at creating challenges, and then we all kind of collaborate and it just comes together. Like what you threw out for the middle school event today, it's all just collaborate and we all work together to get everything done. Yeah, so it seems, I mean, it's a big team. Absolutely working. Yeah, everyone has certain parts and they're all meshes together. Yeah, so do you know the exact number of mentors that are working on these challenges today? Or so our internal team, so in total, there's sitting in the background and as the challenges are coming in, we're looking through it. Like an amazing job getting all these challenges checked. Yeah, or job. It is. We see a lot of great projects that come through, a lot of artwork. And so they definitely take the time to make sure they get everything like the way. So, yeah. So I like who's who's the big brains like behind the strategy, right? So, like you have a big meeting, like you said, teamwork earlier, right? So everyone comes together and figures out the part. Yeah, so some people do it for a while. Most of our team kind of knows their parts. We do have company meetings, you know, and we sit down and we kind of hash everything out on who. Can you go? Kids who have burger service. Our
type of student mentor role, so definitely look into that. But we do have group meetings and we sit down and everyone kind of knows their part and we all kind of come together.
That's cool. Yeah. So I mean, how long exactly have Kidoyo been running here?
Off total, I'm 5 years. I could do it off, but generally around that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a lot of practice doing that, a lot of experience.
We do. Okay.
You roll out new features every year, which is really cool, keeping the game slate fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool that we could do them in person this year.
Yes, it's very exciting to be back in person and we get to see all the teams and all the teams come together and really working.
Yeah, and we can
And you guys, thank you so much for having me. By the way, you guys are doing an amazing job. It's awesome to you as well. So happy to be here.
Yeah, so how do you feel like it's different as a mentor, like from virtual to in person?
So mainly the difference is just that being in person and getting to see the kids and kind of help even when there's questions and stuff. It doesn't need to like that, but virtual, it always ran pretty smooth, and at least now we have everything set up and we kind of see everyone live and get to experience it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a ton of fun being here today. Everyone's doing a great job. The teams are working hard, doing their challenge.
They are.
Yeah, I got a question. Kind of a TSARP trademark question. What got you into coding him?
So I thought been working back and work. I do some coding. My skills are not near what some of the students are producing today, but I can have to be started doing basic stuff. I never really knew about coding until I started working for Kidoyo, and it's fun to be able to explore my own possibilities. Nowhere near what some of the students are creating. You guys blow me away.
I mean, the students are, again, working incredibly hard. It'd be cool to see after the hackathon some of the stuff they created.
Yeah.
The amazing art, because there are a lot of sprite editor territories in the board. So yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you guys for such
Thanks. That's the truth. Transformers transform back into T-Star.
What's the thing?
We had, I guess, should we play our transition? We made a transition.
We made a cool transition. I don't know if anyone, we haven't showed it yet.
We haven't shown it yet. We might use it later too, but in case we don't, here's our awesome transition. We might use it like this. Here we go. Let's just show it. Well, that was our transition. Yeah, the idea was taken off. Steven made that. So that was really cool. We might use it later. We made it and then we're like, we don't really have anything to transition to. Yeah, we were thinking of making multiple scenes. I mean, later we might do that thing we talked about, making map full screen.
Transition to
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could play that while we're setting up. Yeah, while the interviewer is right here, we go. Okay, go. Also, we have to keep it. Oh yeah, right. Forgot about that. So let's go back to the map screen. See what exciting things we missed. So
Everyone has taken one territory or maybe two, and they have had a lot of attacks defended, but it's a good thing that they are trying to get on the board.
But the thing was that's right, the lead by 11. Oh no.
No, that is not. That's not. Okay, so the little ducks are up by 9. Top Hog is in 37.
What?
yeah, 9. Okay, let's see about that. Wait, yeah. So the Shelter Rock Digital Ducks are doing amazing. Muncie Park was down pretty far, and now they're back up. Hot Hogs in third. Bethpage Bar Raiser just a point behind. There's only 2 teams still not on the board, so let's hope they can all get somewhere by the end. There is still no CPU. No one has the CPU currently.
I think people are working on a quiz, but I believe maybe it's tougher because it is a center.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's probably a really hard quiz. We know from experience that the satellite quiz for the junior hackathon was really hard. Now, of course, like I was talking about that difficulty gradient. It must be lower now because it's only sixth grade, but still probably incredibly hard.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like, with our ones, and we wrote it by a first name, last name.
you guys are awesome from Meow King. I think things are working on one of the AutoGate territories.
These were already done.
Yeah, those were way before, but yeah, I just read up the comments.
Saying in the junior hackathon, one of our team members, who I will disclose his name because he's been on the podcast before,
Yeah, many times.
and we've spoken about him. His name is Joseph. So Joseph, yeah,
Thanks, sis.
that's
not
great
great.
positivity.
He's actually, like Stephen was about to say, the one that really worked hard to get us the satellite.
So he was working on the satellite with Akil, and there's a thing in the code, like the actual code of the website, and we had to go through all of that, which is actually an interesting take on how it works, which I like that. It's cool, but
I like that. It's cool.
but it did take us a while, and we were the first to get it, actually, right? And then not too long after, oh,
Yeah, I was just reading some stuff on Photo Line. Yeah.
right. So, but then a little after, I think either Minneola or the Rams, they got it after. But it is interesting how Kidoyo did that, how they hit ticket codes in the code itself, website, and how you had to use like a translator. It was kind I like that idea.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure if I feel like they do something similar, except they'd hide like how we did with TSARP icons, what they did with the Konami, how we made the letters different. I think there's something similar to that since Mr. Also said that there's lots of ones.
yeah, he did say lots of puzzles. That whole idea of hiding stuff in the code, don't think that's a Kidoyo original idea, but Kidoyo does have a name for it, or maybe it's just a popular name for it. It's called a code cache. It means basically that you're hiding hints to finding a mystery or something in the code. So that was a cool thing to see. So yeah, so I mean, the auditorium is packed. I don't know how much you guys can see. The UE team is up there. Smart board and everything. We're looking at a bunch of heads.
There is a new attack that just happened.
Oh, let's see.
Yep. Okay, so people are getting those quizzes. They're finally going for quizzes. Short phoners, they got their quiz.
That's a lot of quizzes right there.
That is. And it looks like there's a lot of offending. And look at that. That state bar reasons, they have taken something from the red. Which I'm not sure which that is. It's really not making sense.
That thing, Bar Raisins, is now in seconds, which is incredible. Because just a few minutes ago, they were down with only one thing.
Yeah.
And they've skyrocketed, which goes to show how in this game things change so quickly.
I just heard the chicken.
So,
I got it.
And it keeps falling. Sorry about that. I didn't actually get to see it up at all. I saw the banner, and I think we shared it with you guys, but I didn't get to see it up right. Here. Oh, I guess since we got currently, by the way, the teams with access to the CPU is Top Hog, no longer Filter Rock, which is very interesting. Mineola, and Muncie Park Links. There is still one territory unclaimed, but there is an attack on that. So it would be cool to see what team that is. I believe if the attack doesn't go through, though, we're not able to actually see who died because it doesn't show up. Sadly, or something.
Is that these came
unless it's bacon.
Oh yeah, that's true. I noticed that the colors for the quizzing, they don't change as often as they did before. Like in the Aztec, they change like every second, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was very quickly on the Aztec. They slowed it down for steampunk. I don't know if this is.
And this is a little slower.
Maybe.
I remember I was able to look for like 20 seconds maybe, and I'd see a couple different colors.
So something we're seeing again that we saw early on in the game is 5 attacks on top hog territory. Last time it was on the top right. Now it's the bottom right. So that could be 2 things. That could be every team made a really good sprite editor and submitted, or teams might be doing what they're warned about is let's take a pause on that. Shelter Rock broke through that territory we just said had an they have access to that CPU again. I can hear some screams from the audience. People are like, oh no, like, ugh, but I mean, that shows you really got to work hard, work harder. Hawk defended an attack. Actually, this is interesting. A team just took Mineola's territory from the first layer. That is pushing Mineola down a lot. The only territory they have left is in the inner circle, which is actually the best place to have one. Papa just took over another territory. That was the one.
They just took the ones from Mineola.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, Papa just got one.
That's what we said. Yeah. So okay. So Sam's gonna go sadly. He'll be back.
Back in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll have to go after him.
Yeah, they're shuffling around. But yeah, so this is interesting. So another team took over Mineola's territory, and then bye Mineola, another team took over that territory.
Yep.
That was crazy. First few minutes. So Hog has 2 out of the 4 sprite enemies.
Oh. Devin just announced the halfway point.
Yep. So we. Audio. Oh wait, that is off. Oh, that was weird. Alright. So could you see us for the past few minutes?
I think they could.
I think you could have,
But
like this.
yeah, what's happened is that before in the hackathon, it's worth the halfway point. I don't think he's trying to suggest that we make longer projects. What we call in I'm not sure if anyone else the long term and short term projects.
Yeah, short terms are called MVPs.
Which is minimal viable projects, which is basically the bare minimum of like, so let's say make a dodge and drop and dodge where you have to there's apples falling from a tree, I guess, and you're a little guy running around trying to catch them or dodge them, and so you don't get bonked from the head.
Yeah, so
But I think what he's saying is now that since we're halfway through, he wants to see longer projects, and he wants the team captains to try to get the teams to make longer projects. Since there has been a lot of rapid fire, like we've seen before with Hop Hog getting attacked 10 times like that.
yeah,
Five. It was a hot.
and now there's 6. Oh my God, there's 6. Actually, yeah, 6, 7, 8. Now there's only 5 because Hop Hog defended. There's an attack on another Hop Hog territory.
3 Hop Hog territories.
Hop Hog defended again. Yeah, a team is attacking Hop Hog's access to that CPU, meaning that if that goes, Hop Hog can't work on the CPU anymore, and they'll have to stop. So that would not be good. So hopefully that I mean, for Hop Hog's sake, that doesn't go through. I mean, I'm trying to be the least biased I can, but I'm literally in Hop Hog school from Hop Hog. It's hard, but I'm rooting for Hop Hog, but it's the best team that wins, So Hop Hog's been defending a lot in the past few minutes. It took over a lot in the past few minutes. They're still down in crit mode, so they really like that CPU could really help them out there. Yeah. So we still have a few interviews. Steven will have to go in a minute. Sam will come back. So Steven, how about you hold down the fort? I'm gonna go see what other people I can get ready. Good. I perfect Steven podcast. There is being pop sound playing around the map, around the territory. And there are currently 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16 attacks on the map right now. 3 on a vacant, there are 3 on a vacant, second ring again. And Hop Hog has defended half of the attack on their bottom right, territory. And I think there's one attack. There are people talking. Okay, with this school. We'll see in a minute. So looking like someone. So there's still 2 attacks on Hop Hog. 5 still, 3 on a vacant, and then there's 1 on Munson Park.
And there are three Let's Stage bar raisers. And it seems from most of them should be able to defend. I'm not sure because since Beth bar raisers are in it. And Andrew's back is one of the sixth graders. Oh, two fifth graders from. So now we will go in still. Oh, yeah. Transition time. So, we're here with. And what grade are you with? Cool. So you're the captain of Hop Hog's new UE team, right? So, um, you know a lot, a decent amount about a hackathon. You're at one, right? All right. So how do you feel about preparing your team? Getting them ready.
Yeah, pretty confident. Yeah, really good team.
Yeah. So what do you like about? Do you like hacks?
I think I like hats.
Yeah. So, have you designated your team yet? With like, okay, you'll do sprite editor, you'll do hack.
We're gonna talk about next.
Yeah. So, are you excited for Monday? Because that's the day you get the theme and the map and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also, the the CDP for this competition, the first challenge you get to do before the hackathon, that came out Monday of this week. But for the junior competition, it was a little after that. So you might get your first challenge Monday. We're not completely sure yet.
Sure.
And the CDP is basically the first thing you get to do before the hackathon. So you can make that in Hatch, Sprite Editor, really anything. So that will be exciting for you guys to do.
They have some pretty good drawings on by editor.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll can help with coding.
Yes, that's great. I mean, teamwork is a big aspect of this whole thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for you guys to do your first hackathon.
And I'm seeing also there, seeing you guys later.
Yeah, yeah, thanks. So how much your team is fourth? How much is fifth?
We have no fifth grader.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you're all fourth. Yeah, that's cool. So it's gonna be really cool. Hopefully you guys win. It's only a week away now. From your competition. You're gonna go to another school, not here. But yeah, let's hope you win. If you win the next year, it will be here or the elementary school. So, well, that will be cool to see.
Nervous, but mostly excited because it will be a great experience too, and maybe like a picture.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great if you guys win. That will prepare you for next year, or even sixth grade, you get to be here and be in this competition with even some of those kids. So yeah, so that's exciting. Thank you for coming on and talking to us today.
Eagles.
Go Eagles. Okay, so I'll see you. Oh yeah. So we just talked to a sixth grader, sorry. Fourth grader, big difference from the UV Hot Pot team. There's actually the captain of the team.
Yes.
So that's some cool insight. Now we're going to talk to a coach from that team too. So, we're here with one of the coaches from the Hot Pot UE. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Pecoraro. I am from Forest Brook. Three coaches for this year's team. Because we're doing a few students from Pittsfield. We have Mr. Valero from Pines, and we have Mr. Gibson, who's from Brentwoods and Pines. They both do both of them.
I enjoy it. I don't think so. That's cool. So yeah. So how is it preparing your team, picking the team for the first time? This is your first hackathon.
This is our first one, so we're really excited and a little bit nervous. Mr. Ferrara has been really, really helpful with giving us some tips as to what to do, what to expect. we came to watch the middle school hackathon so that everybody can kind of get an idea of what they're in for. And we've been meeting as much as we can, sometimes virtually and sometimes in person. We're just waiting to see what our theme is going to be. And just really excited to get started. Yeah, Monday is going to be an exciting day. Kind of kicks off the event. Get seeing possibly the CDP. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. How do you feel? The teamwork on the team. You think they're really working together? I'm really impressed because these students only just started to do CAD a few months ago. They didn't have it last year, the first year. Just being introduced to the sprite editor and CAD, and they've done so much so far. We're trying to keep up with them. They're really taking off with it, and we're excited. This year will be an experience, but we're really excited because next year, we'll still have them as fifth graders. So we'll really have a strong team next. Yeah. So you work with like the youngest generation of the coders now entering the hackathon.
I think it's great that you're teaching catch visibly on because I learned in fact last year actually. Just last year I learned what catch was, but before I was like, what is this? Because it said like you have to create a project first. I'm like, I used to for editor, but I didn't really know.
Yeah, well, we started it with sixth grade last year, and then we dropped it down to fourth grade this year, and we're hoping to maybe even bring it down to third grade next year. So they'll really be strong by the time they're ready for a hackathon. And they were able to pick it up really quickly. We have a lot of autistic students, and it was a hard choice to make to decide who was going to be on the team. We did have a lot of students who were really good at it. Yeah, so that's really cool to see. So, like I was saying, where do you think, what do you think is a great starting point for students like young students, third and fourth graders, just starting here? Well, I think the sprite editor is fun because all of you have grown up with the iPad, or digital drawing. So it's something that was easy for them to pick up, just being able to draw a picture. And that's the easiest thing. And then as far as the coding, we do all different types of coding, even from kindergarten. So I think that's why it's easy for everybody to pick it up. They're used to looking at coding blocks. We've done things like zeros and with small little projects in schools, and every little step you can teach kindergarten is getting them ready for this point. Yeah, and I think it's really going to be cool to see, especially next year, and the year after that, having sixth graders or elementary school students come into sixth grade with already a lot of this knowledge, hackathon knowledge, because it's going to advance how well they do in the sixth grade hackathon. Exactly. I saw Mr. Ferrara. I said, see, we're doing hackathon. We're getting ready. We're sending them up knowing all these things. So I think the elementary coding teachers, we deserve a little bit of credit for getting you guys ready. Yeah, that's really going to be exciting to watch that hackathon, learning. So yeah, I can't wait. Thanks for joining us, giving us some insight into what's going on. Good luck. Go ahead. Thanks.
Okay. Back. The 2 interviews back to back. I hope that was interesting to some of you. See how the UE team is preparing. They're all over there on their Chromebooks. I wonder if they're coding. I wonder if they're watching the stream. I mean,
Look up with the water.
probably just the map, probably just the map view, So yeah, we missed a lot, interviews back to back. Let's see. Hop Hog is tied for second. That's nice. Shelter Rock's Digital Ducks car and
Yeah,
That was like
yeah, they're definitely pulling off a junior.
yeah, but I mean, trust me, for our hackathon, we had we were in first by a long for the junior hackathon. We were far ahead and I got really close. So I mean we just passed the halfway point a few 10 minutes ago on the board, I think. So it looks like I don't know, they changed the board.
I think something happened there, so maybe they're doing something up there.
Yeah. So that's exciting. So who do we have left to interview? Let's think about it. We have Yui. We could do some the Mixola.
Could be Mr. Gibbon.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I mean, let's look. So yeah, I mean, the teams are really working hard down there. I see a lot of quizzes still. Those teams are really trying to do those quizzes.
Oh yeah.
We I think we kind of our strategy was be flexible, kind of drop the quizzes when you spent too much time.
Yeah.
But except for the satellite, we spent the whole time on that.
So I think that was our first thing. We wanted to get the satellite.
Yeah. So again, thank you all for watching right now.
We're not
It's a lot of fun. We're not ending, but just figured I would.
It's the first live stream of viewers I've ever done.
With your 109 concurrent viewers.
That's actually really good. Subscribers.
I still don't know where this other live stream is being streamed to. There's another stream. I don't know.
So we go to
So you can see kind of the top right there. There's a camera by the red. They've been working on streaming the whole room. So I don't know what's going on. Let's wait for them. Oh my god. Okay, put it off there. Yeah. So this has been a lot of fun. Again, not over. We barely passed the halfway point. Looks like Hop Hog, Mr. Farrar is talking to one of them. I wonder if there's an issue again as the captain. Also, again, I'll say to everyone, if you don't know, if there's an issue with something during the hackathon, you call over your coach comes, your coach will decide if he can fix it or if you need like a mentor, and then they'll go over to Mentor Trish. Mentor Trish will talk to the mentors, figure out the problem. Doesn't mean that it will mean that you're right? You might be not correct, but at least you can try to work it out, So that's always helpful. So yeah, the snack pile is slowly getting smaller and smaller. I think it's sand.
Look at that.
So it's called Hop Hog Public Schools. Hold on, I'll share the live stream. This is a cool view. So, oh wait, it's actually coming from up there.
Oh, yeah, it's in the middle. That's security camera.
That's security camera. So we'll send the link. I mean, it's not that interesting. It's just a better view of what's going on. What's the room? We have an okay view. You guys can see with our webcam at the bottom.
There are 44 people watching.
They should send it to all. They should link to ours. You link to theirs. Maybe correct that.
Just leave.
Oh,
I think
they're very delayed. But yeah, I mean,
back in the back.
you get it. So
that guy right there.
oh, so they're rotating between the map and the camera, and there's
That guy right there, in the middle of the map.
Yeah, basically what ours is it's a combination of everything, and they're only showing one at a time.
Yeah.
We're kidding.
No, they have higher quality, dude.
We got a security camera as their cam. We got this beautiful webcam. What are you talking about? They're giving the commentary. They didn't give the commentary. Sam's fingers in out front. Here, wait, you think? Here, let's see. I was gonna show you, kind of walk to the front of our desk to show you where we are. But I gotta I think it is a good idea. That's what I was gonna do. Let's see. Untangle our webcam. Here we go. I'm walking around. You'll see me come around the other way. Done. There you go. Everyone says it's not Christmas time. I love it. Christmas is like my second favorite holiday. My first favorite holiday is my birthday. Hello. Camera. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, it's not very, I think very well. The wire's in the way.
Okay. Well. Good to know.
Sam design.
Okay. Take it back up. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Can I get one more baggy chip?
No. Oh my gosh, you're eating so many chips, Sam.
No,
Okay, but what are you going to lunch? You're not going to lunch. It's looking for a great stream. Okay, eat more. Okay, dude.
why can't?
There we go. It's good enough. Okay, good. Okay, so what fix this?
Can you find out?
If you want. I don't really know. I don't know what the lunch situation is here. From what I know, it's a bunch of bags of chips.
No, I mean like buy none.
I know. So I showed good ask. So I don't know how well that view was of the front of the desk. Figured I would share the banner. The one on top, which was hand drawn, that was just Mr. Ferrara quickly sketching. Ferrara did a pretty good job. He did a pretty good job in the very short time we had. And then the other one came later into the stream. We talked about that. We showed you when that came. And that was the one Sam designed a long time ago, and that's like our TSARP branding. We printed it out, and it's cool. Now we can use it wherever we want. I'll hang it up probably in my room, as long as it stays clean. I don't know how they're hanging it. Hopefully the dust tape won't. Yeah, maybe the dust on the back. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't actually get a good view. If you say no.
No, he said we could go down whenever we want. To get 9 million cartridges, we just need something from.
Let's take your water bottle. No, my water bottle's my water. Yeah. This is my, again, my wonderful sticker collection. Yeah.
It's
We did a bunch already. We'll do more again. Yeah. We did UE team, Trish, you.
And yeah, there you go. Don came over there.
Okay, so let's.
So you just have to get out there and train people in. They're willing to do it.
Should we get
We have to come up to a plan. We got a plan. So no, not yet. Wait, let's before we switch over to more interviews, let's just look at the map one more time and just so we can catch up before we switch over. All right, so there's 2 attacks on Hop Hog's only access to the CPU. It's gone. It's okay.
And now he just
So their CPU is sit Andrew. So now they have no access to the CPU. They're gonna have to get that back before they lose it. What's good, what Shelter Rock's doing very well is they have 2 whole separate access points. I flipped them in the both sides you had it. It's the person that's on. Oh, it's yeah, it's Shelter. So both have Shelter Rock is ahead by like Shelter Rock's new mouth. Shelter Rock is like us in the junior high. Yeah. It looked like. Oh, never mind. I was trying to look at down on the thing. Yeah, like earlier, lots of quizzes going on. That CPU quiz is going to be a target of a lot of attacks. I mean, they're not really called attacks. It's just attempts. You have as many attempts as you want. It does start to yell back at you if you do too many. It will be like, wait a minute before you resubmit. So you can't spam it. It won't go. A lot of the quizzes are not multiple choice. A lot of it is going to be type in answers, right? Dragging blocks, Parsons. So there's a lot. So yeah. So I guess hold down the fort. I'll be back. Trying to drag in some more interviews. Okay, guys, we're getting another interview.
I know. Look,
Wait, now that's my line. Here. You made it 2 minutes ago. I think short coders just defended one of their 2 territories, and there's a second attack on one of them. So and over to transition time, guys.
Okay. So we're here with Coach Santos from Minneapolis. How's your team doing? No, they're doing good. They're working really hard on everything with each other. I think the quizzes are really testing them, and I think everybody at the competition. Yeah, the quizzes are very difficult. We still have no a team with the CPU. There's a lot of teams trying to get it right now. Yeah, there's a lot of factors. How do you think like your team's working? You know, teamwork. How's your captain? I think they're communicating really well together when they're stuck. They're like you could see them right now. They're getting up and they're working together. Our captain is stepping in and helping change up the strategy. You know, like when they need it. So yeah, I think they're in a good place. But it's their first all of them, their first time ever. You know, have to. Yeah, so this is a learning experience, and they're still having fun. They're stressed, but it's all okay. Yeah, so I mean that's what you got to do. You got to have fun. Yep. But you still got to try to win. You know, there's a lot of effort put into these events. Yeah. So how do you feel they dealt with like the spite editor on the outside had more towards the end and Python really? Yeah. So we had some people that like love spread actor and were strong with that. So we kind of divided and conquered with like what language everyone will figure out. I think most teams do that. Yeah, I think the challenges are really fun. The team is well, yeah. Do you think they did a good job with their CDP? You know, like did they all come together well? Was that a good representation of how they're doing today? Yeah, I think the CDP was a good opportunity for them to get to know each other and work. A lot of our team didn't know each other before that. So they worked good together. They kind of collaborated in school and gave great ideas. And then our captain was the one that really like finished everything and was able to launch that attack. Yeah. Yeah, I love that about the CDPs. You know, everyone works together. They learn the type of style that the hackathon's going to be. Yeah. They really get into the scene too. It's like a good introduction. Exactly. Yeah. Get your feet wet with it before it actually is the competition. Yeah. So how do you feel that the strategy is? Do you think it's the same as kind of like the years or as years past? It's I do think the introduction of the quizzes and the increase in the quantity of quizzes changes the strategy of the hackathon in general. This one's different than the junior because junior you had to get through those first 2 years in order to have access to everything. I think it's like going into it, you want to go for the quizzes and that's your strategy to just sort of stay, but you know, you kind of have to pivot when you're not able to get all the answers correct. I think last year, you know, first year with the quizzes, they were really putting them in just in a few spots. You know, they didn't want to put too many. This year, they definitely increased the quantity. Like, yeah. And I was talking to actually just about last year compared to this year. How last year it's almost like eventually everybody, all the teams almost got all the quizzes. You know, even if it took the whole amount of time. Where this year we're really only getting a couple. I don't think any team in the junior got every quiz. Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, I mean, the teams are going to work the whole time trying to get that CPU. Last junior only 14 got satellite junior, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's very interesting seeing how these teams adapt. Yeah, absolutely. How is this for you guys? I've excited. It's been great. Yeah, it's been fun. We got a bunch of viewers. Definitely change it for used to being in the do you feel like you're noticing different things now that you can watch it and that you have to track it? Yeah, like I thought it was much longer. Yeah. That's that junior weapon not screaming hooray. Like a satellite or something. Yeah. And I feel it's definitely different because our when you're playing, you're noticing when your territory gets taken and when you take up a territory. Yeah. You're not noticing when another team takes the other. Yeah. So you're really being on the yeah. You can kind of just see the whole thing. Exactly. So last question. How do you think it's different between virtual hackathons and um I think when the hackathons were virtual, you couldn't really feel the stress and the pressure of the event. It was still fun, but you felt almost disconnected from the virtual. Where in person, it you could feel like everyone's in the room, everyone's really into it. I love being able to hear the cheering of the other teams. You feel the excitement. So I think there were pros and cons, to both, but I'm definitely glad to be back. So,
Start fancy. So like, what do you like being the mentor? Like the mentor in just like teaching these kids to do big.
So it's interesting because I think I'm one of the only coaches that doesn't actually program. I teach fifth grade. So regular like subject in school. But my coding knowledge is very limited. I did a training with your coach a couple summers ago, and we had a great time, and that's where I learned some stuff. But I think my job's really just to help with strategy, maintaining the stress. Well, getting to work with kids and that. Well, it's been fun. Thanks. There's a lot of exciting stuff. Yeah, I was glad. Sam was okay. All right, we are back. Sam wants to get lunch, I think. Yeah, I might go with her. Okay. So smell you guys later. Wow, thanks, Steve. um, we're using this transition a lot more than we originally were, which is good, to use it. So let's see. Let's take a look at the map. Wait, oh no, I lost it. So let's see what happened while we were gone. Papa bumped down into fourth, and Muncie Park is pretty close to Shelter Rock. Well, closer than a team has been for a while. That's big. Bar Raisers in third. They started off low, then they were in second, now they're in third. So the only two teams with access to the CPU currently is Muncie Park and Shelter Rock, which is kind of crazy because it started with Hop Hop first one, then Mineola, and then Shelter Rock, then Mineola, then Hop Hop left, and then Mineola left, and now here's Muncie Park. So that was crazy. But yeah, a lot's going on. We focus a lot on the stuff that's going on top, like the top five. But I mean, there's a few teams that are still not through that gate. Actually all of them have a territory now. Sorry, I was confused. Looked at the wrong thing. But yeah, so Mineola Mustangs is the bottom team, but they still do have a territory. And it's not even a quiz. They have a real territory. We finally have a timer up. They brought the timer up. Submissions will close in about an hour, a little under an hour. The Shelter Rock is defending an insane amount right now. Meaning they're not doing that MVP stuff. They're really putting in the hard work. So I'll see if we can get up our countdown to the end. Oh well, that's the wrong thing. That's showing this. That's actually good to have. Wait, hold on. I'm not the best at this. But yeah, I would like to bring up the countdown so you all know when it's going to end. I also, again, I put the link, or Stephen, I believe, put the link down into the in the comments. You can go look at the link to the stream. What am I talking about? The map view. You can look at the map view.
There is also the link to the main, not the main, but the other Hot Dog stream, which shows mainly the map and the room. If you want a better view of that, we have our webcam that's looking out too. It doesn't give a full view of the room, but you can see a lot. I'm still trying to bring up that other thing so you guys can see the countdown. We'll keep you informed. Dev has been speaking over the loudspeaker for a little bit now, talking about basically it's ending soon. CDPs are in about 40-ish minutes when you can start those attacks. So yeah, it's exciting. Oh, I thought her banner had fell down again. I was like, oh no. So yeah, it's exciting. Sam and Steven are almost back. They are getting lunch. I will too in a little bit. We still got a few more interviews to do throughout the game, and we have a short amount of time. We only got 50 minutes left, so it's been exciting. Hot Pod still down in fourth. Nothing has really changed. Literally, the whole log is still and then some. The whole log of attacks is everyone trying to attack Shelter Rock and Shelter Rock defending like 6 times. That's not an exaggeration. At least 6. I've counted at least 6 in a row, not just at once, in a row. So this is crazy. Shelter Rock is really putting up an incredible fight. In the room, I was trying to find where they are. They're either the back right or the middle with the blue silver balloons, I believe. I'll try to go get an update on that. Again, thank you to everyone who has been watching the stream. That's really exciting. Having everyone watch. Yeah, I just realized our category is science and technology, which isn't wrong, which is funny. But yeah, so if you don't know, basically how it's laid out, all the teams are down there. There's a desk to my left. Mentor Trisha has been stationed down there. The UE team over there. As I showed earlier, there's a board. Also, if you're wondering, the 7th and 8th graders have gone back to their classes. They will be back 8th period. We'll end the stream a little after the end. I don't want to end it immediately. That's what a lot of the streams normally do. It's just like, oh, okay, so I would like to just give our final words. So yeah, when Sam and Stephen get back, hopefully we can do an interview with 1 or 2 more people. Because I would like to do a few more. We've so far had a lot of cool people on. Like I said, we've had Coach Santos. Oh, they both came back at the same time, but from 2 different doors. Then we run. Wow, athletic and all. So, you didn't miss anything. Hop Hog is in 4th, I believe, still. Tater Tot. No. Okay. ASMR. No, please. I'm not near my microphone. All your germs. You saying I have germs? No. Sam does. Good job. Well, yeah. Oh no. Looks like the shore coder's banner's falling down. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. It's been like that for a little bit though, so hopefully it doesn't go. Of course, Hot Dog Middle School Coding Eagles is up on top. I showed the banners earlier, but if you didn't see them, they're here. So your mom asked for our banners. Yeah. Our banner? Yes. What? You can chat. Oh, I missed that. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's my mother. Yeah. Where is it? It's over there. Oh wait. We showed it a few minutes ago. You just got to go back in the stream. So yeah, so now that you guys are back, where's Melora? Oh, she's talking to a few people, so we'll get her in a little bit. We got 3 likes, guys. So I think I finished what I was saying, but yeah, the 7th and 8th graders will be coming back 8th period to end off. I believe, I don't know what period. Oh, we're in, what are we in? We're at 6, so that's 2 periods away. That's about an hour and a half. So the hackathon will be over by then. Yeah, so we got 15 minutes left of the hackathon. I mean, it's been great having this stream, really exciting. Evil Watch, I don't know where they are. Oh, Mr. Collins.
I think it is.
Us a thumbs up. Yeah, I don't know where they went. They went to a bye-bye. if you're wondering, they were filming. Well, their school days are over, but they were filming a lot of like interviews, kind of like us, but it's not live. It will come out. Just said mostly, I believe, just for Hot Dog. If we do get that link, we'll send it off. Like we mentioned earlier, the day of festivities does not end with the hackathon. There is still the release of the Python 3 editor after. Hopefully, maybe at some point in the coming weeks, we'll talk to Dev about that on TSARP. Dev, if you're listening. um, so yeah, we will do a TSARP episode after this talking about that. The link to TSARP is somewhere in the live stream feed.
Oh, yeah, it's pinned right now.
Oh, it's pinned. So you guys can click on that if you want to see it. Yeah, so it's all exciting. I mentioned earlier, but the snack pile has gone down even farther. I haven't even how's the teachers' lounge looking? I haven't even been in there.
It looks like how we left it. There's just a basket of eggs.
Oh, bagels.
Oh, you can probably get one. Smith copies off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll stop in there in a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see who we can interview. I think we're probably gonna do Melora. We'll do Melora, and then yes, but I think we'll do Melora. We don't have a lot of time left, so I'm gonna go to try to figure that.
Let's roll down a quiz, guys. Who's that? This is number one. We were the best podcast.
Joe.
No, no.
No.
Wow. I bet you parents are watching this. Hi, Steven's parents.
Mom, if you're watching, I ate my bagels at dinner time. I mean, breakfast time.
How do you get those new views?
I have no idea.
You got Monona.
I just found out that I'm trapped inside this auditorium because they're playing the live stream out there in the teachers' lounge, which they're probably hearing now, or the coaches' lounge. And I hate the sound of my own voice, so I'm stuck in here. I'll have to cover my ears and run. Yeah. Well, I knew they were playing it in there. I just didn't realize how loud. But yeah, so the stream still going on over there. It looks like oh yeah, here it is on Sam's phone. You can see us. They switch between the map view and the stream often. If you want a soundless recording, you can do that. Or you can get everything right here and just not hear anything. It looks like what was that? Mineola just took over a Hot Dog territory, and Hot Dog just didn't take another one from another team. But Hot Dog's still down in fourth. But it's very impressive performance from Beth Page.
27 seconds away.
27.
She just got it.
27.
A very impressive performance from Beth Page. They started off so little, and now they're doing so well. They're in third, so that's very impressive. Great to them.
Did you have someone have
When they got blasted back to back.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? There's two. That's funny. So, the hatch territories, which are the circular ones around the CPU, Filter Rock started with the other ones, which are Python, and then slowly moved to the hatch ones. So that's funny. They're all just going around that circle. Hot Dog still has no access to that. I think. Wait, go back to. Another thing has been taken by. That is not super good. Okay, yeah, sorry, I thought that was no problem. Good. We've been good this whole time. Our streams have been running smoothly from what we know. It's been about 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I have not dropped a single frame.
No, we have not.
We have like we have 46.
Laura looks like she's busy. She is going around. Something going on. Oh, there's obviously an issue. They're talking to us. There's been an issue to a student. So, hopefully that gets resolved and we can talk to Laura. How's your lunch? Good. Okay, guys. Keyboard over here. We've joked about doing like a quotes of TSARP members.
Oh yeah.
Like document where we write down funny quotes from people throughout the year. And Sam just said What was it?
Why are your plastic so touchy?
Why is this plastic so stretchy? Thanks, Sam. So yeah, I can't wait till the Python 3 editor comes out. It's gonna be after it's gonna be after the hackathon. I don't know what time. Dev will probably leave like a little bit of time, an hour, 2 hours, something like that. He'll do it before the school day ends, most likely. The time, what's the time? It's only 12:14, so the hackathon is gonna end a while before the end of the school day. Almost like 2 hours. Hi, Mom. What is this? I said Joe Mama. Oh, and wow. Yeah, guys, this is being broadcasted to all of Hop Hog and a lot of people. I think the issue has been resolved. It looks like it. So I love you. Peace out. Thanks. Don't know who it is, but thanks. Which model now? Steven goes, I love. But I someone too. I have no idea who you are. But thanks. Their name is Cacti Plant. Wow. Yeah. Well, thank you to whoever that was. I think Melora's busy. We'll go see what she's doing though. Maybe we can get her on the bus.
Magic.
Okay, we'll do it.
Do it. Do it.
He deserves mods. And
Did you do it?
great podcast. Thanks. My mom had a great podcast. Thanks.
I'm a mom.
So I think Kish, enter Melora 2 minutes. They got oh, there's the CPU. Great, the CPU is it? We're at the rock. Yeah. Wow, Delta Rock. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. They've had access for so long. They're at 43 points. Holy cow! No, they're insane. They're dominating. This is crazy.
I don't know if anyone will be able to catch up.
Finally, the CPU. And again, I did not hear that much applause.
Yeah, they didn't make much sound.
And that's weird. Like, trust me, we were like, whoa. So yeah. Okay. We will be back in a second to play. So we're here with Metro and Melora. How are you?
Things are going well. How are you guys doing?
Good. So, I mean, Kidoyo's put a ton of work into this time. Like, how do you do it? How do you do all of it?
You know, we start early. We start planning for the next time September. Start brainstorming. We start off by kind of like trying to come up with as many different theme ideas as we can that are going to be diverse, not that you can build multiple projects. And then we have to whittle it down. So our internal team really talks to them how you start researching, start with some challenge types of goals. And then we just keep narrowing it down to the point and make what map. And then it's generally in the years past I've resolved so this is the first time that Jim created that. So my prediction is season, which is great. So we start those graphics and then all the planning. The schools help a lot with the planning. So
Yeah, so also I heard you were the one who made a lot of the stickers in years prior.
I did make all of the stickers again with the exception.
Yeah. Yeah, who made this one?
I did. Yeah, this one I know is a little controversial because I to like figure out how we could make a bot. And then the sticker, I thought I wanted to be a quarter of the size that it was, but well,
Well, they look cool. I like them. I have a big sticker collection. And I even do I know lots of you, but yeah. Yeah. So how do you think the mentors are doing judging the challenges,
You know, I think that they're staying on top of it. The gate, having the auto gates is really helpful for that judging team because Or if you didn't have the dates there, just have to challenge that you know, make it those. So we're doing well. Some of our judges have been Kidoyo for five coach, and so now they're back. So they're eventually allowing to make sure this is different. But it's good talk. I think we're seeing when it's contributing to the yeah, yeah, it's cool with now the addition of like the CPUs and the satellites for this because those are like the final thing. You gotta get to those. That's like the end point. Right. So it's been cool seeing how teams do that. That's the strategy part. Strategy. There's a lot of strategy. It's not just coding. Yeah, so it's exciting. Now I've heard, I don't know if you've been approached yet, but I have heard that one of the other competitions coming up at they could have to start there to do their streams. So that you might see you traveling around and some more official stream of the thing. We're getting great feedback. Yes, I mean, this has been a ton of fun doing. Yeah. Did you learn OBS for this? You knew OBS.
And so actually, I used to do YouTube. I posted videos every now and then, and I did use this a lot. I use OBS a lot just to record it, and I was like, this is kind of easy, so I might as well just use it now.
Oh, yeah. Great skill to have. And I had done the same. I had a YouTube channel at some point, and I make videos with OBS. Just never great at it, but I knew that if we were going to do this, we needed to use it. So Steven had a great laptop. We're using it now. Screen's running smooth, so it's all been taken down. Oh, the ship, life on a ship. Yeah, like,
Oh, I've been getting that off.
yeah. Oh, her boyfriend got hostage. I just what was it for? But yeah. So yeah. So this is running well. Awesome. So what did you think about this app compared to Ping Pong Boom?
It's interesting because I've never seen an arranged like way of having like Python or X and then spread or quizzes. And before it's just pouring everywhere, like for here and then spread and yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was actually interesting. We talked to this Farah about this, but like we both thought like, are they going to do it? Are they going to arrange it in a special way? And the first time we didn't think about that. But yeah, I like having it that way. It's right over now. Python here, factor. And I did you guys look at the banners and those? Do you have any opinion?
Here, well, we haven't. I think we looked at the banner for five, but I've seen the banners. But I said lucky. I can't remember what's it. But we said some stuff about the banners here. Talked about them. They're all unique, and I think it's cool that each team gets to make
Print them out and hang them up. That's really cool. Yeah, there's a ton of great logos. I forget. I really liked. Yeah, I think it was Shelter Rocks with all the ducks.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Ducks is cool on there.
Keep units.
I like seeing all the creativity of that too. I'm always impressed with that. Everybody brings good competition. Yeah. And the end of the competition, people win. Yeah, I like it when teams work together on a banner and logo. Yeah, for ours, we have Sam logo for the artwork and Steven for the animation for the junior logo. Now, will you guys be junior competitors in the future? Or play high school?
Half of our teams go to high school.
Yeah, okay, the half.
And
Okay, so you gotta start recruiting something here. Have you started to already Yeah, so the kids from here, even other kids from seventh grade who didn't make it this year might make it to next year. So that's what. So as champions, and for those who are, what do you think was the most important thing to prepare yourself to make it? Because you clearly people know the size.
I feel like planning out what we need to do, and then especially with going into effect, bringing the plan into effect and the team.
So when you say planning out, that's before you saw the map or when
No.
you one.
So once we see the map, the same day we have our meeting, and we talk about what we should do with them. Like we don't know anything. At the time he knows first, but he's really spoken.
Yeah, we start drawing out all over the map and like, okay, how about we do this? We start planning out different strategies, backup plans, right? Not everything works. Right. So and you gotta be flexible. So what about running up to it? How do you practice? Looking forward to it. So like how do you even get the stuff that's so scary? I think
Some of this is a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we run a lot of competition, like skill dash and post class.
Yeah.
So I think that really shows the coaches like these guys are what.
So good teachers and prior knowledge. Like Sam and Andrew, they did coding way before this. I was first introduced to coding back in fifth or fourth grade, but it was more sprite editor. I was like,
Yeah, that's right somewhere.
yeah,
I think that like not even like just the like Sam knows a ton of special stuff about like the vector art.
yeah.
No one else really even thinks about. Like knowing the things that people don't know and knowing those little tricks, I think that.
But don't look into it.
Yeah, don't look into vector art. So yeah, this is great. Thanks for joining us.
Guys did a great job, and we're off out, so we're looking forward to what comes next.
Yeah, and the Python 3 editor are coming out later today.
Come out later.
Yeah.
And there's some new things that are going to be announced for the high school has now.
Yeah, I think
There's going to be some other releases that are happening at that time.
cast. That's actually the same for
Well, thanks for having me. All of you guys, fellows, thanks so much.
Thank you. Okay, we're back. Yeah, that was the interview with Laura. That was great. She shared a lot of insight on how they actually make the map, the stickers. We know where the stickers are. We know who makes them. Yeah, yeah, we gotta start mass producing our the steampunk Eric. We've talked to already Coach Santos. She wants some for the teams. But yeah, so we love these stickers. I don't know, I had my whole collection here. So let's see, what did we miss? All right, so looks like, we're down, I'm down.
Dang.
It's okay. Yes, it's not. I mean, technically they're only fourth because two people are tied for third.
So four coders had a late start, but they're higher up now.
Yeah, they had a really late start too. They're tying with Bethpage, which is interesting. I mean, they both started slow, so it's cool to see that they're back up here.
The digital ducks still really high up.
45.
It's surprising.
It's almost in order. It's almost in order of the CDP. Oh no, well, the colors colors kind of
The rainbow.
I mean, if Shelter Rock was Pop Hug, it would be closer. I was thinking. But yeah, so go down to the timer. Let's see how much time.
There are 30 minutes.
32 minutes. So that's basically 22 minutes till CDPs, which is exciting. Yeah,
Okay, so Mineola.
they're down in the bottom. I mean,
They're doing good.
they're not even. There's so many teams tied for seventh. That's crazy. Teams are making comebacks in the end.
I think a lot of them are working hard on long projects like devs on it.
Yeah, CDP is. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like someone
Buy pizza.
one from more below, like hot dog and below, someone's gonna make a great comeback. Actually.
Yeah, so let's do. I wonder how the sound test is. Wonder how the sound is. Because we're getting notices that actually, well, the sound was pretty good from when I walked over there. So maybe just with the interviews, it's been a little bad. Because people are spread apart. Yeah. So basically, I guess I'll sum up the Melora interview if you didn't get great audio of that. We talked about stickers. She said she makes a lot of them, except for steampunk, which was Jinx. She makes a lot of the maps. She said, except for steampunk, which was Jinx. She asked us a lot of questions, which was cool. I like when people ask us stuff, even though I'm not the best on the spot. But I asked a lot of the questions, so I know how to answer all the questions.
I like it.
So that's summing up. If you didn't see, you can kind of see Mr. Farrar's shirt when I was gone. That was the shirt that all the Hop Hog students are wearing. Maybe I'll move the camera.
Because we're wearing our old ones.
I'm just wearing the one.
his old ones with his pizza. My pizza.
Yeah, that's pizza.
That's a Joseph thing. Wear a pizza cupped into a chip party.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing my Kidoyo. Okay, here we go. It's inverse. Sam. I'm confused on how cameras work. But yeah, so it's a lot. Thank you guys all again for watching. I mean, it's not over. We got 30 minutes left, 20 minutes still. The CDPs and these teams are working hard. They all are extremely focused, and it's not loud. You would like it's not quiet.
That's a lot quieter though.
Yeah, at times it will just go silent, and then I'll lower my voice because I don't want like everyone to like hear it.
And it will be like the one
Yeah,
you'll hear
for everybody.
How loud is when you record that?
You just sent go team. I'm actually not that loud because
Even don't use that.
like you can see here. Yeah, this is my mic. It's also
that would have been bad.
that was bad. Okay, makes sense. I pulled my mic off the stand. We ended up not using this. We were going to use it for interviews, but it got too crazy, and I didn't want like an echo.
Yeah.
So my mic is over here.
Oh, you did.
That's what I use, and it's pretty much this distance. So I'm not screaming when I do the TSARP intro. But yeah. So again, it will be today. At TSARP.
I'm gonna say this now.
After
No.
Sam was gonna report her friend.
Don't say this.
Yeah, Sam, go other, and then go. There's some weird guy in a chip box.
I think we should.
No, I was reporting Steven lessons.
Well,
Oh,
that's a part.
yeah. Oh, you better not give me.
That's reporter.
That's
Kidoyo XT start.
yeah. I'm very happy that the stream is like worked out so well. We were so nervous before the day. We're like, is everything gonna work? It's just gonna go. You know, we were nervous, and I mean, it's working great. It's saying we haven't dropped the frame the whole time.
Yeah.
CPU's under low load. So yeah, everything's going great. Again, thanks to Steven for lending us his computer. It's all working well.
Computer fans haven't even started.
You know it's getting into the late part of the hackathon when Mr. Farr starts casing. In the beginning, sorry, what do I do? Yeah, it's on an angle. It's weird.
It can be weird.
I guess so. Showing Hop Hog. We're showing Hop Hog right now. If you want to see literally the whole room, I'll give you a panorama now. But if you want to see the whole room, the Hop Hog
Dude,
stream.
just stand on the chair.
So I was kind of right. We're the only streamer because my hands are free. I didn't eat. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I didn't eat lunch. That was the other thing. No. Oh yeah. The other thing. Oh well. Never mind. How about secrets? But I was gonna say that we're the only stream with commentary right now. Eagle Watch isn't doing a commentary stream.
They were going to do a stream in general, but then they we don't really want to.
Yeah, there's only one stream, and it's basically ours but worse. It shows the map from time to time. Unexpected interview.
Yeah.
The superintendent is coming up. We're going to interview him in a few minutes, or in a minute. So before we do that, let's do a quick update. Shelter Rock has all of the sprite editors. If they get to 50, man, oh my God. Shelter Rock, they're dominating. They're not even scared.
Yeah, literally.
They're like us. And
They could literally not do anything and probably.
They look perfectly top too.
yeah.
So all of it?
Oh, okay.
No,
Right.
I got.
So yeah. Right, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Let's take the time there. Anyway.
A lot of people here today.
Yeah, we're here with the superintendent from Hopog Schools, Dr. Murphy. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Murphy from Hop Hop. Out in the audience, this is my, what, 1 minute into my visit here, and I'm already seeing all the action. I almost got tempted by a slice of pizza across the wall, but I came right over here when I heard you guys.
Yeah,
Let's chat.
we're in like the last 30 minutes of the event. Teams are all working really hard. Joey's doing a great job. What was like when did the coding program start in Hop Hop? What gave you guys the idea to start it?
That was true. So I was assistant superintendent. I'm going to say, gosh, it's got to be 5, 6 years ago now. And we had discussions knowing that coding was going to be such an important part of preparing our students for whatever college and career they pursue. But we weren't really sure how to go about it because there's not a teacher certification for coding. So when we found out about Kidoyo and the idea of having coding mentors really sold us on the partnership. So he could kind of build the coding program and have experts from Kidoyo support us with some of the technical parts in the back. So I think now it's got to be 5 or 6 years. We'll have to check with Laura, but I think I'm pretty active.
And I mean, it's amazing. Coding thing. The teachers too, they've learned so much. They're really great at it too, learning from the mentors. Yeah, it's great.
Well, let me answer that. So what was critical for us from the beginning, we went to our teachers, many of them here are still part of this, Mr. Ferraro, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Ferraro here today, Mr. Gibson, Mr. Pecoraro. So, and even back when we first started, Mr. Peter Sack is at the high school, Mr. Becker, who said, help us. How do we do this in such a way that we feel supported and really we kind of have to take the lead of the teachers. And so I think it's not on my other district. Our sorting operations kind of goes through many different departments, and that's because of the leaders, which are teachers.
Great with coding, but it also like you can involve Kidoyo and coding programs into other companies. Like you could make hack games talking about stats, which I know you guys do a lot. To make hack presentations on Spanish lessons. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, and it can really like if you're good at coding, you learn lots of other subjects.
I'm just so impressed by it. How did we decide on this?
She always does.
This sort of me, I think it's time what's in where. Maybe I can find past some copies and I'll go off the other for them. It's just a laugh. I don't know what the news is. Well,
Yeah, I mean the hackathon's going great. Hop's working hard, and yeah, it'd be amazing what the students can do here.
well, I just looking out in the audience. I mean, what would you say? We have 70 students, maybe more here?
Yeah,
No?
about that. 19.
Yeah, so I'm always impressed that every year it seems to grow. And that's as long as I'm here, but I think, even beyond my year, that the hackathon will be part of what we do in Hop Hog, and I'm excited. Because I think in future years we'll see us participating as younger
That's
Just kindergarten hackathon.
I bet you one day that would be awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Thank you for having me.
That's
Go hop on.
Go hop on.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do? So that was Dr. Murphy. Oh, and we missed a big thing. Yeah, that's really good. Mineola took over that CPU. That's amazing. Mineola got the CPU. We just missed it. Still a little behind here, but literally it's the only thing. But
I think
so you. Oh yeah. Oh,
I think their plan was to get to the CPU and then launch all their long pods right there.
yeah, that could be. I mean, what you might be wondering, how did they do it? You know, they didn't have access. Well, Deb did say that if you keep your tabs open for the quiz, you can submit as long as you once had access. So yeah, so technically, they didn't have access, but they did at some point. So that's how they got it. And yeah, so I think we're getting really close to the end. So I think we got like one more interview maybe. So yeah, so I'll go get that ready and we'll cut over in a little bit. So you guys hold down. So so components. As as I said before, they had a late start, right? Now that's now they're up in thirds, which is I'm not surprised, but because everyone here is really good. Like I mean, 8 people from an entire school is a lot. Yeah, so you're like the top quarter from every school. So soon we'll be going to our next and probably final interview. But this is the final score. So, well, this is Eagle Watch. They were doing a lot of filming of the hackathon and stuff like that. Do you guys want to introduce yourself? I'll start. I'm Lindsay. I'm a senior in public high school. I'm also from Eagle Watch. Uh, it's quite big. Chief. Yeah, I know. People that really aren't coding don't know that this is something we do at Hop Hop. So it's cool that expecting the Eagle Watch that you to get the word out. You know, other people that are interested but don't know it's a thing will now know. We can get more. So, yeah. So you guys are filming just a lot of around the hackathon. Did you interview anybody there? Yeah, yeah, it's been awesome watching everything go down. Hot Pod, I believe, is currently they're pretty far down. They're tied for fifth right now. Um, yeah, we still got 2 more hackathons after this. Not hope that I Hot Pod. So those will be up. But yeah, it's been great. Have you guys had fun? Yeah, we have really cool seeing. Yeah. I mean, I honestly didn't know anything about coding until I came to spend like a couple hours ago. I spoke with your middle school team who had won their hackathon recently, and they basically taught us what the scoreboard means and the map and what's kind of happening there because to us it kind of looks like a lot of shape. You gotta so that team was the second, we were a part of that team. They were doing a great job getting teams down, getting everything organized, so they were helping out a lot. But it's cool, yeah. So it's a lot of work that's our put in for these events. So it's cool that you guys got to see it happen. It's really exciting. With everyone else in like the rest of the team. Yeah, it's well. It's getting the exposure it probably deserves to be honest. Yeah. Deserve. It's a big event. I'm trying to stop more like out there, but it got around like 1,000 views. So I've never been. I will be editing the story. Little link to your guys' this channel. People are more aware that the voting stuff because I know we have voting in high school, so I have new teams there, probably smart and stuff like that. Yeah, your the high school team is really at something like this. I can leave and forget the team. It's somewhere in there. Yeah, a couple of years. We got the UE team, which is over there on the features. They're just going to be from today, Friday, to go on to another shoot. But yeah, these happened. There's 4 this year around this time, always spring. Yeah, so really exciting. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, we'll speak to you about the recording. Oh, there it is. So that was Eagle Watch. I hope you guys enjoyed. I couldn't cut over so at the end. I had to press it a few times and then it went. Wow, this is actually something interesting. It's funny how they're all sent in. So jump to the rock again. All the fences. How do they do it? Like that's the question. Like we were good. We were like at one point. We were like 20, 30 points ahead. We're like we kept getting attacked and taken back. Yeah, they're not being attacked. Like they're being attacked. They're keeping all theirs up too. I don't have so I collapsed. No, I'm joking. You guys can't see the attack log. We're playing all of the ones that we can see right now are defending are basically different teams attacking the digital ducks and defend the digital ducks defending. So they're doing a lot right now. And yeah, I feel like they're starting to finally get the 10th split before they're just gliding. Yeah, I mean, we're about to open up to CDP attacks. I wonder how many there's going to be. I know that Mineola is subject to CDP attacks. I know that the Code Crushers, the GW binary, no, I thought so. They have one. They've got one. No, this would be the first time. Oh my God. This would be the first time we would ever have a CDP attack. It would be a weird thing for Hopog. Different, I'm okay with us not coming in first, but CDP attack would hit hard. Well, Devin, you gotta open up the CDP. Dev, yeah, I think Devin thinks something, but it's so loud in here, it's hard to hear him. And Celtic Rock just made 51 points. It's the 51. They took a territory from Muncie Guard. Oh my God, that's crazy. They props to them. It takes a lot of teamwork. I don't know how they do it. I feel like they're gonna win best logo too. I mean, I feel like if I know, they'll probably win best logo. If I could, I don't know who their coach is, but I wonder if they're a team that used to compete in the UE, right? Because our team, all new, for attack on them. I wonder if their team was like 4th and 5th graders from years past that are now in 6th grade and have long experience. You got what?
Where are they sitting right now?
I think they're right there. Yeah.
Next, you see with the big M.
Okay.
Yeah.
So their coach is Coach Moro Lessie. I have no idea what that is.
I think that's what it is.
I'm sorry, I don't know you, but we got a Twitter. More of this now. It's not overheard too. Fences from that build defenses are open. Right on. So I think maybe we should go over the teams and their icons maybe now. Think that
Well, yeah, so what we're gonna keep streaming after submissions and judging will start. And
I guess you should go over the icons then.
So, yes. I know that's what you're in the last 10 minutes. And if you look at the map, well, within submissions are closed. The judges will need a little more time to assess the final project, and during that time, we're going to be announcing the winner for the best team banners. If you haven't seen them yet, they're on the CCEU page under team banners. Well, the best team logos, which you can see displayed on the side of your team, and the best capital defense project. For those of you who are new to the competition and watching, the capital defense project descriptions will open up on Monday of this week, and students have all week to fill these and submit them on Thursday morning. Team of judges went through and made the determination for the particular category. So I will announce those right at the map closing.
okay, so if you didn't hear Melora, I think you might have. I saw it picking up something.
Yeah.
But basically, CDPs are open, and after the next 10 minutes, when everything closes down, there's a lot of CDP attacks. We'll go over that in a second. After it closes down, they'll do the logo, the banner. We'll talk about that. Then winner will be announced. We'll say our final words. Like congrats to the winner. We'll talk about how we'll be Python 3 later. We'll say that we'll do podcast later, and that will be it. Yeah, so it's been exciting. So many interviews today. Just I think you're talking about what counts for CDP attacks and not. So,
Oh wow, there's a lot.
so there's a lot. So
5, 6, 7.
there's one on Willits Road. There's 2 on Code Crushers, 3 on Bethpage, and 2 on Mineola.
They don't have to.
Now they just have 2.
Wow, this is mostly cool colors. Most of the map is cool.
Which things does Hotbug have? Does Hotbug not have any? No, they don't. They all
You just
Here's real plaque. Here's real plaque for the best team logo. Well, you're attacking. Congratulations.
really.
That's on the
Yep, you're there. Here we go. So we just got our award for best logo from the Junior Hackathon. This is really Sam and Steven's award. They've spent all their time and effort on it. Steven animated, Sam did the artwork, so yeah, it was really cool. Great.
Good work.
okay. So it looks like now there's so Hotbog just lost the territory that we were holding.
Yeah, and now we have chat pilot packs. I think this is when we start saying prayers. No prayers, it's over really. And we have oh god. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go because I think we got a placeholder in there. So it's gonna go. We're gonna sink that ship. They're gonna sink that ship. Yeah. Oh well, it's been a long competition. I had a great time. I don't think the hop all members did. But yeah, I mean, we'll get them on TSARP at some point. Yeah, we've had a great time. Lindsay B had a great time doing all this. All the interviews. It's been a great experience talking about Mineola, that and Melora, Trish. I said that the other day too. I went to say Melora and I said Mineola. Don't start a poll. He was trying to start a poll. Who do you think's
That's what I'm gonna do.
I still do it. They took over another. Where's our CDP? Through the tax.
Oh, we got 3 attacks on. No. Well, Shelter Rock has one on theirs apparently.
That's it?
Wait, no. That. Why is there 2 blue? Oh, Shelter. Oh, they gave
They gained one. They got one. That makes sense.
All right, so Digital Duck, they got 1 CDP, and there's still an attack on it, which they could move, they couldn't, I don't know. This is set page, they have an attack on them, and there's still attack on Code Crushers and Blue Throne.
Now, my question is, what if our CDP goes away and then we have a pending attack and that attack goes through? Do we just have a normal character with no solution?
There are 4 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock.
This is a very hop hog unlike competition.
Yeah,
Losing so badly.
this bar is really in the
He's pacing, he is leaning. This is something I never knew what it felt like. That's terrible. I knew it was like 5 minutes.
Final check, guys.
The team's been working hard all day, though. I give props to the Hot Pot team. They've really put up a fight. They were high up in the beginning, but slowly. I think they were great with their MVPs, not great with their long ones, though. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to them later at another time, do an interview late at some point. Mineola's CDP is also gone. Hop Hog goes down with Mineola. Our CDP is not gone yet, but I don't give high hopes to its day.
yeah.
We're not in this.
Not
At least not.
Oh God, Mr. Ferrara is talking to Ethan Ferrara about something about the map. They're just him. Oh, there goes the camera. Yeah. So,
Does that go to you? Yes.
yep. I'll give. Yeah.
But we're doing pretty okay.
Pretty okay.
What do you say?
We should fall over and look at the ball. Oh, they're observing. They're trying to get something fixed.
I think something happened.
Same with wave. How's that?
I'm pretty sure something happened.
There's something they're trying to get fixed. Yes. Because Mineola, because imagine this is Mr. Ferrara realizing that Ducks did something bad and now they lose all their points. No, I cheated. I'm just making up. I really think the Ducks earned their win. But I was joking. It's the Ducks coach and Sophog. I was like, what if, yeah, someone got it. I was like, what if this really happened? Well, that would be crazy. Oh, I wish Sam, but I think let's go back to the map. Let's see if their CDP gone yet. No, we're still standing there. No, they're still standing. Yeah. No copyright. Copyright music. No. Good. 2 minutes. Only 2 teams with that CPU. Very impressive. Mineola got it. That was really crazy. The only team that had a chance at getting it before the end is Muncie Park. I would not be surprised if they did.
And that's how Fox and that's the trouble.
Unless, but I think they would have ran out. I don't think they know about that. I don't know if we told them. We might have.
We did.
The way we're talking about that, Hop could do it the same way Mineola did it. I know, but reminding them.
Digital Ducks are defending a lot.
They're defending a lot. They're really defending a lot. It's hard to not attack the Ducks because they have so much.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes. This is the end, everybody.
Oh my God.
Can I scream some?
We haven't looked at the team photo.
Well, we're gonna do. We'll show up. We'll show up. I mean, we showed off the banners. They're all up there. You can also go to ccedu.oyoclass.com. Sam's shaking my arm there. That's CCDIU. That's great. I hope the camera's good. Final moments.
I'm scared.
Yeah, so the MS hackathon's going to be crossed off in 2 minutes. Not actually, I believe. The medical school. Yeah. You know, got something? What do you got? It's the CPU. I said I would not be surprised. Once he fucked up this, you're telling me Manhattan. I always say Manhattan because that's what their name used to be. Manhattan. They're going to. Their both the teams are going to be in first and second place. Props to them, man.
For real.
For real.
I think I got not a team. I got a project page up.
Well, how much CDP is still standing? Somehow. How about
Someone defended again.
we're keeping, what do we do? We attack someone else. I got it. That's very surprising.
All right, there are 20 seconds left.
We don't have any real territory, do we?
No.
No.
We have 20 seconds left.
20 seconds to the end. This thing ends with.
Let me just count down. 5.
No, we don't have time. By the time we type it out, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That is the end of submissions. Any number ones, number twos, number threes you see on the board, that is final. We will be. Oh, they're just offended. No, I mean the number ones as a tax, not the. I mean, will Shelter Rock win? Most likely, but it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. Oh, I'll play 31 points. I know. I said it's not confirmed. It is most likely. There's a huge chance that it's submissions are closed. Yes. What if I could? Home screen. The funny home screen these people have, really. So, okay, so we're gonna be on. I this is gonna be a bit new, but if you rock in this, it's gonna be really like. I'll say it. If Children Rock loses, I don't know what. That risk is crazy. It would really be something. Because, yeah. It got floats for us at the juniors. But not. I never got close. This is really crazy. I would like to speak to the Children Rock coach after. I don't think during the stream, but just like, how do you do it? How do you get a team? How do you get a team so prepared? What? Our team don't walk through. Well, no. Well, judgment's over. So I guess we technically can. Well, wait till then. I'm gonna say it now. So it's kind of confirmed that something wrong for me. Yeah. I'll go out. Right there. Yeah. The best logo and the best banner, best CDP is about to be announced in a few seconds. But those don't get you on the floor. They don't get you on the So, yeah, so I have just
How to get it?
That's the horse trust banking was in the before. Now, we're going to the points. We're going to figure out some of the words. So, that's in writing. And it's showing it right.
Like, oh, there's their price. If you didn't know, don't throw out the piece of it. Not the problem. I did a good job.
In grammar.
I'm like, no. So I see some guy who was like, well, we got same issues. They're better right there with all the job, right? Shady people. Well, so you're just man. Think, think, yeah.
What we got?
Wow. First time it's yeah, great. Okay, that one's still going. The there's only three more things to get through. Oh my god. I feel like there's no way he would have won or anyone else would have won. Filter Roger just somehow won. I'm scared they will all be seventh graders next year. Oh my god.
Ever, and we're going to have a call, but three of the so with God, And it did come right down to the wire on that capital defense project. It was extremely close. It was one vote separated the teams. I won't say who second, but it was one vote that separated the teams. So great job, everybody.
I'll pay you an Eric. I'll pay you an Eric and chief on Eric for yourself. Yeah, no. Was anyone else who did not have a podcast where they blur everything out? Maybe. Yeah. So if you didn't hear, um, uh, Shelter Rock won everything, absolutely everything. There's no attacks left. Winner is about to be announced. Oh, and it announced. Oh, it's kind of just separate it. It's you have now. Once again. Got something. Go back, click this. No. Now.
Right, and then
That's a nice trophy. Hey, that's a nice water bottle. Not like I have. I know it is one. Yeah, you gotta. I have kids. So yeah, that's a new trophy, I think. I don't think I should get it. Nothing. I think our name will be on the UV one. Wait, so that's the well. I know. It's just weird how it works. Definitely congrats to huge congrats to Rock. They did amazing. Um, yeah, we have no, not actually. I didn't have an Obama. They for next year. We've got huge competition, more than usual. Actually, we have to prepare so much, and we gotta make sure that the other question is: are they really good, or were the other teams really bad? uh, well, what did you guys win? They can just say everything. Everything. I want everything. They're like, no, really. Like, no, literally, everything. Everything. There's not a thing it's not doing. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Imagine they also got first, second, and that's all the two. Okay, go back. The map is cut off now. Yeah. Oh, it's kind of okay. Okay, put it back. Oh, that's fighter. Well, that explains. You see that random shadow right there? That explains a lot. Well, that was everything. Thank you all for watching today's episode of TSARP. Oh wait, it was a lot of thanks to that. Well, thanks for watching. We're trying to fix the screen. And I guess that's it. Catch us in about a few hours when we release our Python 3 video. I don't really know what's gonna. Oh, Steven. Okay, hit it over. You can't even see us anymore. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll watch the TSARP episode later. I don't know. I don't know how much we're gonna really get into since it's just released. Yep. I don't know what time. Hopefully around 4, 5, 6ish. And we will see you in the next live stream. Whatever that is. See you later. And stream. And stream. Thanks, Meow King. Thanks, Meow King. You made them up, huh? Oh, yeah. Not the I think. I don't know, not Metro, Metro Bow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yes, Metro Bow. Thanks for that. We will see you.